Oh, well, that was an interesting evening, chat. It's a very interesting evening, in fact. A downright amusing evening, some might even say. Maybe not I, not today, maybe. Okay, so there is going to be some adjustment necessarily. It's a very interesting evening, in fact. Echoes. Echoes are pretty good. They are a hallmark of my life. Not late, chat. Exactly on time. Exactly on time. Ay, God, well, that was a stressful fucking evening. See here, yes, here we go. Loose translation. It's hard work. Every firefighter is deployed. They have no control, is what they're talking about here. So yes, unironic forest fires all around in my local area. Unironic forest fires. There was one really nearby, but luckily, Norwegian firefighters... Oh, God, now there's mosquitoes in my room. Well, there'll be a lot of clapping noises in the future. But luckily... Ah, killed it. Piece of shit. I'm getting surprisingly good at killing bugs with my bare hands, but oh well. Chaplain says first. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, unironically, our fighters are a lot better at dealing with this shit than the Canadians and the Americans. In small parts, due to the fact that we don't have quite as massive areas to deal with, of course. So, everyone is deployed. Everyone is still deployed, as far as I know. And there's basically just a million, billion, zillion little bushfires and brush fires and etc., just everywhere, because we had an enormous thunderstorm just before that, which probably just set fire to literally everything, one would presume. That also got us a little bit of a scare, as there were evacuation notices sent out via mobile phone. You know, those really... do you have those in the third world? You know, the nice ones that arrive and they're like, panic, 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 scream! And it's like, oh, by the way, the message is actually not as bad. But it makes a loud sound on your phone, and it goes like in a soothing female voice. Like, this is an emergency message. You are all about to die. And then it goes on to the actual emergency message, which in this case was just widespread brush fires. We can actually see them from the house, which was an interesting experience. And we got to watch a lot of firefighting helicopters driving back and forth, robbing our water supply to quench the fire. And to be fair, that's a decent trade-off in my opinion. Oh yeah, Christ. Oh god, yep, I'm going to need to set up the thingy-bob too. Since nothing else was going on, I thought, like, okay, well, you know, nothing else is happening, so clearly, this will be an excellent opportunity, because at that point, I got up early, by my standards, because of my phone going like, you're about to meet a horrible Bernie death. And so after a brief moment of panicking, and then figuring out that there wasn't really that much of a reason to panic, at least not yet, I looked over at my stack of boxes for my new setup, and I was like, okay, well, you know, might as well get started. I'm not going to be like Kyle and spend like 6 months looking at my PC before actually, you know, unboxing and building the goddamn thing. And I had like 8 hours till streaming time, so like, okay, well, we'll be done by then. And then a few hours in, it's like, maybe evacuation might be necessary. Anyway, it's like, okay, let's get everything ready. It's like, no, just a joke. Okay, back to building setup. Maybe again. And so the entire day went. Jesus Christ. So John says, Arch, you realize that you won't be able to take your beta savings to the full game? Beta savings. Oh, listen, okay, it's fine. I'll just copy it over somehow, it's fine. Moonfail says, Art, stop setting your yard on fire, trying to get out of entertaining us. I'll make an attempt. But on the bright side, I do have my new setup now. I have a new desk which goes up and down, which is very, very cute. Like, that's fairly technologically advanced by my standards. I've got a chair that isn't like 30 years old. That's quite nice as well. And I finally got my 3 monitors set up. Now, they're completely set up wrong, and they're all at different angles right now, but you know what? That's a fucking problem for tomorrow. Car Forever says, no wildfires in Denmark. Denmark superior. Bonus point, we don't have a land border with Sweden. Glad you're safe, though. Thank you very much, sir. Well, you sort of do. You built a bridge to Sweden, which, if anything, is a lot worse, in my opinion. Like, you were so excited to be next to Sweden, you're like, I'm going to build a bridge so I can be with Sweden more closely. Like, that was your idea, which is pretty bad, in my opinion. Yeah, pretty bad. The issue, too, is, like, our place is actually pretty safe for, like, wildfire stuff of, well, this magnitude anyway. So we've preemptively cut down all of the forest around and sold it off and stuff. And a lot of other areas is, like, swamp and bedrock and shit. Like, literally, there is a full-on marsh directly north of my house. So I would be very surprised if anything would start leaping that anytime soon. And there's also a river nearby where the firefighters can go and steal water from, like the filthy little Joes that they are. You will also forgive me if I snack a little bit earlier today, as I've eaten 1 meatball today. That has been my total intake of sustenance in between the various phone alerts. Hey. Silver says, so, never heard of this game. Could you give a basic rundown of this game? Well, it's Owlcat's take on Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Owlcat is a company that's made a lot of RPG adaptations, primarily Pathfinder, with 2 previous games, Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker, both of which had excellent stories, but to varying degrees awful gameplay. And balancing. Oh god. Oh Jesus. This one's a lot better in terms of balancing department, and it's got an excellent story as well, where you play as a rogue trader. That basically means that you are ridiculously, ludicrously, absurdly rich, and you can do whatever the fuck you want, to whomever the fuck you want. You are like 1 step down from the Inquisitor. And currently, I am being sorta kinda pseudo, possessed by a demon. Which is a pinch unfortunate, especially with a battle sister on my crew. And the story, in all due likelihood, will be whether or not I go crazy chaos or not. And so far, I'm doing pretty good at not being crazy chaos person. Why are you showing me the fighter doctrine video game? Are you being what we often call retarded? I think you are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are. Aye. Ah, that is delicious. Ah, cold cola. To add to it, too, in addition to the fucking wildfires, it's been like 32 degrees plus humidity today. Oof. It's one of those days in Norway that you kind of just don't want, honestly. Norway has the worst seasons, because it goes from minus 30 degrees, freeze your balls off, die outside in 2 seconds, to you can actually swim in your own sweat on frequent occasions. Well, there's many bonus deck. Not terrible. 4 cell though, it's not pretty awful. Move. Yeah. Nice and simple. Economy focused? God, no. There's no economy in this game. You are so rich that economy is something that happens to other people. That's what a rogue trader is. You are so goddamn rich that economy literally happens to other people, not you. Ooh. Ooh, that's not bad. Nah. That's not awful. I think I don't really have any psychic powers with the biomancy discipline. That's a problem. Oh, siren. Oh, I'm gonna take that, obviously. Awareness. Spot those traps. CGI Lantern says, while the fall, wildfire. What pathetic excuse we expect when you're late for a goddamn 3 hours next time? Now we're joining NATO? Russia's sending nukes to the border? Hey, we're already in NATO. We're not like those goddamn Swedes who just want to be like neutral and shit. Hate the Swedes. Condemn the Swedes. Burn the Swedes. Yes. Make sure they're outside when you burn them, though. Typhon said I saw 110 persuasion. I thought 100 was the max. Well, you can boost it. So. Ooh. Meh. Warp ripples through the unflinching navigator's eye, whose gaze pierces enemies with great force, piercing them. Remember, get a willpower bonus. What's your willpower? 65. That's pretty goddamn good. And a stun too. Yeah, that's not bad. In fact, that's pretty kick-ass. NATO. NATO. Rapid fire sounds good. All shots will follow random trajectories. Jesus Christ. Nah. Yeah, definitely rapid fire. Pump that shit out, Bullter bitch. And more ballistic skill. Could Navigator become a rogue trader or psyker in general? Probably not. Actually, not impossible, but by and large, Navigators too are so goddamn rich that they don't really care. But it's not impossible. Psyker could. In fact, I do believe there was, I think I've at least heard of some Navigators with, rogue traders with at least some degree of psychic powers. Greater push. That one. It's like just a big old fat nuke thing. I don't think I've used a single carouse check yet. It seems pretty pointless. It's also important to point out that to become a rogue trader, you don't merely have to be dumb rich. you also need a warrant of trade, and those are pretty rare to come by, especially as only, I think, the Emperor can issue them. Telekinetic shield. Oh, that sounds cute. Immediately heal wounds if the target is full wounds, and no healing charges are stumbling. That's pretty goddamn good. Heal is pretty goddamn good. Yeah, no, heal. Obviously, heals are just good. All right, so who's my team now? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then tech priest guy. So yes, I'm going to need somebody with low warp. Speaking of, oh, there's tech priest guy. I was wondering where you were hiding, bitch. Primarchs also? Oh, well, there you go. All you need to go is hunt down Gilliman and get him to sign a wafer for you. Like, this person is allowed to do whatever the fuck. Pretty simple. Nimble. I wonder what that's icon's different than everything else. That seems weird. If they have to move this turn. Yum, 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 yum. 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 I don't know. Pascal doesn't really fulfill a role right now. I mean, I expected him to be more of a melee tanky sort of guy, but... One damage to arm potential triggered. Like, he doesn't have much that's overly defensive, if indeed anything at all. Because perception bonus of 10 means that I would need to have a perception of 100, so that's not happening anytime soon. Offensive predictions, I guess. And Los Inos? I don't have anybody with awareness anymore, do I? That could be a slight issue in the future. Just a slight one. As in, you know, blowing up constantly due to trap slide one. You know, stuff happens. Where were we going? We're over there. Yeah. Oh, no, stop, please. I was going, what do you mean not explored, whore? What the fuck do you mean not explored? What? Hold on. I'm pretty sure about that. No. Oh. Maybe I have to go down here and then be like, take me to the governor. Hi.
Victory awaits.
Oh. No.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Yeah, pretty sure I've been here. Pretty goddamn certain.
None shall stand in my way.
Did this somehow reset or something? Surely not. That would be mightily retarded. Right? That would be remarkably retarded. Yeah, no, I've explored everything.
A new challenge for me?
Anyways, let's go find the governor then, I suppose. Here. Governor, governor. Fat old lady governor. Governor, governor. Big old fat old governor. Bunker? Maybe? I think, maybe? Governor. Governor. Governor!
I won't tolerate weakness.
Governor. I can't express how grateful I am for your assistance. Oh, I'm sure you can. Just give me people. The night clerk says, I've been enjoying the Judge Red lore video quite a bit. Thank you. Have a beverage of your choice on me. Cheers. Thank you very much, sir. Now that the insidious heretic designs have been utterly frustrated, nothing stands in the way of my plans or of yours. With Aurora dead, support for the insurgency is waning. Entire squads of rebels have surrendered. Do they have squads? We're seeing the final days of the uprising. I've already signed the order to give you 2,000 first-rate wildfires. The transfer to your ship will begin any minute now. Ah. Shanghaiing. Good. It's a fine tradition. We should do it more often. Interesting fact. The term Shanghaiing actually refers to a real thing. So back in the day, seafaring was ridiculously dangerous and stupidly unhealthy. To the point that the actual, just deck boys and deckmen, etc., they died in droves. So by and large, when a ship would enter port, they would go out recruiting, and by recruiting, I often mean finding some poor sod, beating the fucking shit out of him, dragging him onto the boat, and then chaining him down until you were so far out to sea, you didn't really have a choice but to, join in on the fun. This was frequently done in foreign nations like Shanghai, thus the term Shanghaiing. Yes, chat, press gangs, precisely too. I would like to honor the saviors of Ricard Minores. Now I give the word festive in your honor. We mark our victory with an ancient custom, the triumph. We will drive through the city streets with a guard of honor as benefits the hero has vanquished the Imperium's enemies. While your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds, let me know when you conclude your business in the system and are ready. Okay.
Follow my lead.
I'm gonna go to the other place too and see if there's anything there. Yes. Well, not quite Hellcat. They didn't make them slaves, theoretically, technically, sorta, kinda. They only kinda made them slaves. In that you could leave, but you're gonna have to be a damn strong swimmer to make it all the way back. Nothing's stopping you, except for about 100 nautical miles of ocean and a few dozen sharks, maybe. Yeah. Small potatoes, really. Random garbage. Good.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Acquisition is possible.
Oh, hey, there's a pilot chick that the other chick wanted to, sneak his pee-pee into. Like, blast, rogue trader, hello. I'm like, I know you. You're the love interest of that guy I saved, 2 episodes ago. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you a reinforcement? Saint's teeth. I thought you'd never come. Well, sort of. Riffraff. Scum. proper call. Good. I'm gonna die in, by the way. I'm gonna be able to speak less retarded, very shortly. Mine labor. Good. Oh, a prison right by the warden. Uh-huh. That is indeed unusual. Uh-huh. Independence, eh? It's rarely a good idea. Rarely a good idea. TZ Rock says, the British called it impressment. Well, they should have called it a reward or something. You have been rewarded with service. Wasn't there? Oh, unironically, there was something else the British did too. Many other nations as well. Where when they were looking for recruits, they would send people out and they would give them a bounty for however many recruits they got. So you might be given a shilling or whatever for each recruit you managed to bring into the recruiter's office. This meant that many people were monetarily incentivized to get lots of recruits. So what they would often do is they would take people out on like drunken bar brawls, essentially, get them shit-faced, trick them into signing away, and then collect their bounty, and then just fuck off. Military would take care of the rest. Real Horse Native says, do Norwegian firefighters use oil from their reserve instead of water? God is safe. I hope to get to see Hedesy in chat. I hope they don't use oil. That'd be damned unfortunate. Life in the British Army is pretty shit. It's also why Wellington referred to them as absolute scum, the worst of the earth, etc. The only people Wellington thought less of than the British infantry was the British cavalry. The British cavalry in the Napoleonic War was not great. Alright, let's get back to the story. Yes, she bites her lips. No one expected this. Master Castiglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal house Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Rikira Philippa was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. Or lunacy. One and two. The young Winterscale feeling proud of the distance, up to make a name for himself, of course. Right? It's a personal matter. Master Castigli, the seditious warden, is Lord Ivan's childhood friend. Oh, Jesus, okay. When my lord heard of the riots, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay in hopes of bringing his old friend to senses, no doubt. Huh. Well, that's nice of him. Stupid, but nice. The first Winterscale memory, he prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he won't back down. A prayer to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Yeah, I can imagine. In fact, I am downright shocked that you haven't long since ago been taken to a nice, quiet, sequestered corner and gangbanged repeatedly by desperate inmates. I mean, you don't look like much. I mean, you've got like short, cropped, like white hair or something. But I imagine the prisoners' population here haven't seen much pussy in a while. Just a hunch, incidentally. You know, feels safe. Hold on, let me ask an obvious question. It seems more likely that Warden Castigli learned about the rebellion under Norris and decided to use the situation to his advantage. I can't say for certain, perhaps no one can. Governor Mendin has always preferred to shoot rebels rather than inquire into their motives and connections. I doubt so, because he would know that he wouldn't be able to remain independent. Like, I very much so doubt this is a guy who's running a prison planetoid and suddenly he's like, this is a pretty nice place. I'd like to be the boss of this place. Like, properly. It seems unlikely. Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Windscale's guards mined the entrance so the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Thank you very much. A moment of your time. I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation in any case. Have you been to the capital of Ricard Minoris yet? I want to ask you if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jasper. I did indeed. Disdainfully silent. Oh, woman, how dare you. You may name your first one after me, or whatever is the commonest do to thank their heroes. Yes. Undoubtedly, yes. Yes, of course, your lordship. We will. It's a great honor. She forced a smile and with a far great sincere chance, and thank you both for saving Jasper and for letting me know he's okay. Yes, yes, riffraff, off with you.
Time.
There will be a tiny baby. Whoa! Let's not walk onto that.
The Emperor
there will be a
sets my
tiny
path.
baby arch in the nearby solar system in not too
Never
long.
doubt me.
Presuming Jasper doesn't fuck it up and, you know, get cucked or something. It could
None
happen.
shall stand in my way.
In fact, it might even be likely to happen.
What ails you?
Build bridge. That sounds like an audacious experiment, but very well. Build a bridge.
I won't tolerate weakness.
It appears I cannot build a bridge from this side. Well, obviously. Like, obviously, you must build the bridge from that side. Oh, what? You fucking retarded or something? God.
Follow my lead.
Okie dokie wokie. Oh, we're having a little bit of inter-party banter.
Executing request.
That's one of my primary complaints about Owlcat's games. They've got really great character personalities, but they tend to have way too little character banter.
Calculating
So
optimal
seeing that they at
routes.
least have some is nice, although
Blessed be the road that we take.
I think that's like the first time I've seen it.
Nothing
And at
escapes
the very
my
least,
sight.
you should voice act your inter-character banter, because, you know, if you're in the middle of battle or something, you're not gonna stop to see like, oh,
I better myself.
what are they
through my
doing now?
service.
Are they flirting? Are they yelling at each other? Like, what's the frustration we're having here? Is it the sexual kind, or they just want to kill each other? Because both could very much so be real. All right. Haven't blown up yet. That's good.
Take a knee and bow before me.
Crush him!
I have been ambushed. I don't feel ambushed. I feel like I ambushed them more so than anything, but if you insist, video game, if you insist. It's like they just walk in front of you, turn around, look surprised, like, oh shit. Ready themselves, like, you have been ambushed.
Leading damage to bulk.
Have I? Have I truly?
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
You will regret your filthy actions, peasants.
Significant value.
Alright, that was pretty impressive. That was pretty impressive. No, nobody minds.
Request approved.
Oh no, more ambushers are moving in. They've got sticks and stones and shit. Ooh, Grenadier Guard. Oh, Grenadier Guard. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, I don't like that. I don't want to be I don't want the grenades thrown at me. That seems a bit much, honestly. Right, so Argenta is up next. Well, sort of, pseudo, kind of next.
Already done.
Let's give her a move order. It doesn't get her as far as I would have liked.
All too easy. Suits
Buffer
my
up to high
purposes.
goddamn heavens and get
Forge
into some
ahead.
cover. Nimble prisoner. Oh no. This prisoner knows how to be nimble. Apparently she can attack and disengage without getting an attack of opportunity, which is nice for her, I do suppose.
It's nothing.
You know you just kicked the ranged character away from you. That seems foolish. Retarded even. I see fire.
I'll do it. Nothing escaped the Emperor's judgment.
Yep, I see the video game still hasn't quite figured out where the fire effect is supposed to be coming from, but... You know, such is life. Sometimes you just don't know where the fire is supposed to be coming from. It could be from the, you know, thing with the little flame on it that usually spits flames. Or it could be from the side of the weapon. Like, who knows with these things, frankly? It's very difficult to
I need a
determine for
foothold.
sure. Does that?
For the throne's glory.
It doesn't. Nito Cheeto. Does that?
I won't object to it.
Yes. Right, get down, woman. You and I have something to talk about. Not that kind, chat. Oh, what are you? Filthy? Dirty? I mean, you would think... Oh, they've got the same fucking icon. That's not very intelligent.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
You would think that simply just looking at all of them would be pretty gosh darn devastating in this
Me?
case.
If you insist, Lord. Now you're clad in
And you would be correct. You would very much so be correct in that assumption, yes. Well, that worked out pretty well. Right, Adelblard is up next.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
A tactically sound approach.
Adelblard. No, that was stupid. I was going to charge him, but I think I believe I have retarded the charge. I believe I have. Right, well, never mind.
Valencius.
I'll
My
just
place
take
is
an
at the
extra
fore.
turn. How about that? Are we, Oh, right, nimble prisoner.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Ambush this knave! Are you fucking... Are you fucking serious, video game?
I took care
There
of
you
this
go. Dodge that. Filthy casual. That's pretty impressive, dodging a point-blank range chainsword strike whilst prone, yeah? That's not something that everyone can pull off. That prisoner was indeed, as she called herself, nimble. I'm
New
sure
challenge
she
for
was
me. Excellence matters.
very popular with the other inmates, you know? Soft, flexible, bending. Probably having all kinds of interesting orifices while waiting the exploration of fellow inmates.
I'll lay
I believe she
claim
was
to
a
the
fan
stars.
favorite. Probably got her around a bit, and probably did fairly well on the economic front as well, as prisons do have a bit of an internal economy.
My knowledge has its limits.
Well, why?
What in the world?
I beg your pardon.
Who thought that was a
This
good idea?
task should have been accomplished easily.
What a shame.
I did fine. It's
There
about
you
time.
go. Fucking Arch steps into like, you fucking retards. Look, you just push it open. It's not even locked.
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Yep. Like I said, this is definitely no simple just
None shall stand in
rebellion.
my way.
Ooh. Did they dig that poor chick's womb out? Huh. Seems a bit fucking aggressive to me, but if you say so.
Victory
Horrid
awaits.
morsels, dozens of victims were slain here. Oh, slain is one word for it.
This explorator is blessed.
Oh, am I about to be ambushed again? My brethren, the dawn is nigh. The Optimus will guide us into a new existence. I believe I am about to be ambushed again, yes. Yes, yes, dear brethren, have a taste of my steel. Steps forward with a massive hard-on. Uh-huh. Alright. Well, that was partially unexpected, I admit. Thanks to the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Consider your request denied. It's not a bad option. But I am curious as to what's actually happened here. To your associate. Oh, they're pirates. Well, that's out of the bag. Our fellows were supposed to come get us a long time ago. They got tied up somewhere, Void Kraken's gullet with them. And in all this time, we had to wait. This happened. Pardon me for trying to pull the synth wool over you. Just that we want nothing to do with this whole warden nonsense. So what now? Will you let us go? Give me a reason. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but well, sitting it out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join in the festivities. I did see the festivities. So we had to, you know, play along. That's all it was, play. We never meant no offense to Governor Mendon, nor the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, eh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can get back to ourselves and quietly do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic, how novel. Interrogation module fails to make even the faintest impression. Whilst all your tongue talking about heretics. But if you insist, here's how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honourable Master Casteglia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, a punch in the choppers from the guards, work again. 1 meal a day. With your prayer. Generous. But the new one, do you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. By the Nine Devil, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. They've got a good point. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quitted with the teeth punching. The warden forbade them. Instead, the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And then, would you believe it, they put together a list of the best workers. And if someone on that list showed good behavior, that's when they'd get promoted to an optimate, as the upper crust among us jailbirds. Well, that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided it's the optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishment. And that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work, it was the optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when these goody two-shoes really start to shine. The guards aren't even in the same league as our dear fellows. The optimates in the old days, we had maybe 5-10 stiff kicks in a week. And now, well, we're lucky if it was half 100. And that wasn't even the end of it. Warden Castelligia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome. And I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things, like the optimates are saints who will behold the truth. And he started talking to them to the quarry, not all of them returned. Once he did, he wouldn't recognize them. More beasts than men. They were butchering people left and right. Even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them, and that's the whole sob story. But I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. So, clearly, he came in here, and let's be charitable. He wanted to be a better man. He wanted to be a goody two-shoes nice boy. And as we all know, that leads inevitably to doom, death, and heresy. And as he tried to be a goody good, he got corrupted by some such nonsense, probably his own self-aggrandizement, one would think, and turned cray-cray, as happens with all people who try to be nice to other people. I kind of want to get on the good side of the, derpy little pirate dudes, because they do give me free shit. Here on Footfall Station, there's a district there, the Shadow Quarter. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our holiest emperor. I know folks who call it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. The Emperor's ass, I guess. I tell you, Reverend Hieronymus wasted no time finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall. The Shadow Quarter, there's a bar there built into the remains of an old ship. And in that bar in the back room a certain Riser does her business. Tell her grandpa, Buckwall, says hello. You'll be a favourite client in the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your nobleness will be going now, if you don't mind. Old Riser, the most well-known fence on Footfall. I was hoping to hear a new name. Alright, so I get the option to double-cross them, do I? Interesting. So, letting them go is the Hereticus option. Huh. I mean, I wouldn't agree that letting them go is heretical. I suppose you could argue it's, you know, one step on the slow road to damnation, etc., etc., and fair enough. Yeah, I'll let chat decide on this one. This seems like a chat poll request. Uno, dos, and tres. I speak el español. Culo, piñata. Other words. There we go. Poll is up. And let me unpin that message at the top. We don't really need it no more. Yeah, I don't like that being heretical. It's a bit far in my opinion. It's a bit much. I also don't quite like the Imperial one, because you did already tell them you'd let them go, and then you're like, ha! I lied. It's a bit... Honestly, that almost feels more heretical, honestly. And benevolent... It's like, oh, you get to be my slaves now. I was benevolent by rogue trader standards, I do suppose. Not necessarily, you know, generous, but, they get to live. You know, they get to be a rogue trader's crew. It's not the worst thing ever. In fact, it's pretty good for pirates. Burp. Dum. I haven't checked Twitter all day. Let's see if anything stupid is going on. I was giving chat a moment or two to vote. What's been going on now? Silas Beastbane. Monster skill powers of no. Oh, they've officially declared the Stormcast Internals to not be non-binary. This is a good thing. It's a surprisingly based thing from Games Workshop of all goddamn companies. Thank you very much. More talk about the Flash movie. I couldn't care less, frankly. I honestly, genuinely couldn't care less. I've never been a fan of the Flash. Like, he's just kind of dumb and retarded. I tried watching his TV show. Didn't like it. It was kind of gay, frankly. Ooh, I've been looking at some of the new... Well, that's a picture and a half. I've been looking at some of the recent leaks, sort of the 40k 10th edition rulebook. It certainly does appear as if it's the good old-fashioned, oh, we're going to simplify it without removing complexity, and end up just, you know, simplifying it and removing complexity, as they do seem to have made a lot of things a lot less interesting. Oh, well, that's quite terrible. See, Twitter is a nice enough place these days, but it still has a lot of awful things on it, doesn't it? A lot of terrible things. Oh, God, chat. Did you, Oh, Jesus. Right. A slight side tangent. Slight side tangent. I need to show you something. There we go. There's all the colors of the god-awful rainbow, of course. There we are. So, I did kind of show this off in the Creative Assembly, the small startup company getting millions of taxpayers' money. But this game. So this is Creative Assembly's new big game. It's some sort of Rainbow Six plus Battle Royale plus extraction thing. And it looks awful. Like, actually, genuinely pretty goddamn terrible. And of course, it's a current year video game, meaning it's got men with wigs in it. Fantastic. Like, absolutely inspiring. If anything would convince me to get back on the CA wagon, this surely would be it. At least someone knows what's going on. Right. We procrastinated for long enough. Actually, we procrastinated for almost long enough. Not quite. Wait, did I close that window? God help me. Did I close that window? No, I didn't close that window. Good. It's going to take a while getting used to having 3 monitors and being able to actually put things on different monitors for a while. One old fart says, you know what? Maybe the Afrocentrism people has something about them coming from space, because no rational human from Earth could believe that bullshit. True, true. It is just a retarded ideology. Let's see. So, 2 won out. The benevolent one. Whoa. How very generous of you, chat. How very kind. What gentle rat bricks you are today. What kind of beneficent creatures the rat brick truly is. Wallowing in the happiness and the love of its fellow mans. Thanks. We're most grateful, your nobleness. Trust me, it's a lot better than the 2 other options. Some more auto pistols.
Follow my lead!
I failed.
Well,
The Emperor
stop
favors
failing.
me today.
Halt! I noticed something.
I noticed some sneaky goods hiding in that cupboard right there, sir. To the main level. Does this bring me back out around again? Because, yes, it does. Okay, build bridge.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright. Well, we'll go back and we'll double check the other place too for loot and cool shit.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Oh, weighty axe. Oh. Well, we do like a weighty axe, don't we? Weighty axes are the best kind of axes because, you know, they're weighty. Is there anything we missed out on here? Any loot or cool shit we didn't pick up? No? What's that? To the
It's
main level.
about time.
Ah, that's just the other side. Okay. Well, we're going to explore down here first then, see if there's... Well, never mind. There is literally nothing down there. There's just the dead end from the bunker, and that is actually literally it.
None shall stand in my way.
I guess we shall continue onwards then.
Victory awaits.
Yes, let's go down into the pit. I'm sure nothing evil awaits me in the pit. Oh, hello. Well, any chances that this was just a random organic rebellion, I think, is now well and truly dissuaded and dispelled. with the presence of the magnifying glass of doom and gloom.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Warden Castilia.
They say
Well,
a little
first
bit
and
of humility
foremost-
never hurts anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
Heard that, did ya? For some reason, I assumed that the video game would be stupid enough to just let me destroy that without anybody noticing. It's like, they're just video game characters. They wouldn't hear. Warden Castiglia. I told you, Evie, they are hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless admonitions. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. If you just stop struggling for 1 minute, what? Like, what? We have guests from the Von Valencia's ship. I would wager, Evie, my dear, you will have to wait. Do not faint, I beg of you. It's important to feel everything, including your other eye. Open pit in the loose dirt. A single word spontaneous surface in mind. Cradle. Ha. Cradle. Alright, so something creepy deepy has been born from the earth here. Wayne Vindscale. That poor fool, I know nothing good would come of his naive attempt in negotiating with heretics. Right. However, Yvain appears to still be alive. If we make haste, we might yet save him. Having a scion of House Winterscale on your depth would certainly prove beneficial. Far from diplomatic. Might as well try. Hostage, how rude. Young Winterscale is my guest and dearest friend. He came here himself to visit old acquaintances and have a heartfelt talk, and I am merely showing him some appropriate hospitality to commemorate our reunion. You have nothing to hope from me. Surrender now, because heretics usually surrender. You barely know what you're talking about, don't you? You may have killed Aurora's mortal shell, but the prophetess is far more than her body. One day you will meet her other fearsome form, and you will know the sheer folly of your triumph. I do not like it when people take the prophetess Aurora's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. Well, that was sudden. The time for words has passed. Optimus, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth, or become awash in
Won't heed
blood.
your cries of mercy.
Show them no mercy.
Well, diplomacy, it seems, chat, has failed us yet again. We shall have to resort to more effective measures. As the last of my cola is done. Let me go put on my fan. It's already getting warm again. Maybe my outside is burning again. There we are. In a demonstration of what we call retardation, I was standing there pressing the on button for the fan, wondering why isn't it working, only to look down and realize I'd unplugged it early in the day. Oh well, we can't all be intelligent all the time. Right, deployment orders and all of that goodness. I'd love if the video... Oh, there we go. Yes, the video game is going to tell me where to cover it. It's very kind of the video game. Not everyone is going to be able to benefit from cover, though. Adelblard does not need cover. Adelblard has long since given up on the need for cover, having embraced the ability to simply wade into all kinds of shit. Oh, goddammit. Frankly, not care. Oh, I can deploy down there? Adelblard? Yes, Adelblard shall deploy down there. It seems like a good place for Adelblard to be. That's apparently not cover. Okay, fair enough. Ah, it's a fascinating chain you've got there. It's not very well modeled, mind you, like the polygons are somewhat massive, but I appreciate you showing it to me. Thank you. Alrighty then. Let's try that ability.
If I may.
Alright, not too bad, Nito Cheeto. We shall give Adelblad an order to
I've
get
seen
his
worse
fat
battles
ass
than
moving.
this in my time.
And that should put me in charge range. Sorta, kinda, pseudo, maybe? No. Well, yes and no. Game being a bit retarded again. The Real Haltonator for a very generous $20 says, give this a dramatic read. April 2035. China and the US prepared to unleash their nuclear armaments on Wuhan when, against all odds, the report came in, the operative had done it. Against all odds, the UFO had been destroyed. See, I wish COVID was created by a UFO, because that at least would mean that it wasn't the Chinese just being like, gosh darn it. We tried to figure out a better recipe for soup, and we ended up yeeting the world. How very tragic of us. Maybe we should try to not be such filthy, goddamn, degenerate when it came to our eating habits. Deal with some long odds, lol, 5% success rate with 25 command. Oof. I need to readjust where all of my shit is hanging. Blah. What would I like to do? Well, I would like to do that.
Running binaric override.
And I suppose I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that either.
Messiah condemns you.
I like how he just violently shakes his weapon and then the enemy explodes. That was a long shot. A hippie one still, though. Yeah, surround Adelblard. You foolish retards have no idea what you're doing. Adelblard thanks you for your willingness to come nice and close, however. Adelblard will now commit your souls to the warp. Adelblard! Ah, much better.
Indeed.
Oh, that's something you need to do before you do other things. Ah. Well. Now I know for the future. I'm sorry, Adelblad. Your mad rampage will have to not happen today, I'm afraid. I'm very, very apologicio. Very, very sorry. Yes. Let's see. Is there anything else over there? Sure.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
The very first time Argenta has ever let me down. Tragic. What about Arch? You gonna... It's not an awful shot. But that is a much better one.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh. Ow. Oh, never mind. Nobody can aim today. Real Holstein also says, and yes, that was from an actual event in Terra Invicta. It really feels great when your guys succeed at something critical and unlikely. I do fucking love Terra Invicta. I want to play that some more in the not too distant future. It is an amazing little grand strategy game, isn't it? Actually, that was stupid, wasn't it? All right, hold on. Does this It doesn't! Ooh, how very kawaii. Alright. Whack. Heinrich claims another victim, yeah?
But of course, Lord
Endurance?
Captain. Let's see to it.
Don't even really know what that does, but I'm presuming it does something pretty damn cute. Right, let's do shoot on the run. And
Doubt is for the weak.
war him to make sure we've got a heroic action next turn. And then 33%, 68.
Each strike is a
Nice.
prayer.
30%. We'll try the long shot. Yeah, well, I mean, it looked good until it actually, didn't hit. Terra Incognita. It's a very good little video game. It's got ass loads of mechanics, something that way too few video games have these days. Hooded Horse, I tell you. Like, I've got a big soft spot for Hooded Horse these days because they seem to be one of fairly few major developers that seem willing and able to take fairly large risks. They seem willing to bet on things that might not necessarily be
I am a navigator,
surefire
not a
bets, shall we
servitor.
say. Which I very much so appreciate. That used to be Paradox, but now Paradox seems to just be producing shovelware most of the time, which is far less interesting to me.
Just a minor setback.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
I think Kyle was whinging something on about Paradox making a Star Trek grand strategy game. I don't even know how that would work, but apparently that's the thing they're planning. I mean, that's gotta be a joke. A Star Trek grand strategy game. Like, what? Like, how? Unironically, how would that actually even work? It's not. It doesn't really strike me as a setting that would work well
Victory
as
is
a
imminent.
grand strategy game. Like, that just feels weird to me. Oh, what a cute little strike you gave
It
me
will
there.
be done.
From. Ow. I kind of want to just kill you, but then I've got everybody else my team has another turn, so I don't need to worry too much.
Nothing I can't
Boom. What the fuck? Well, that was uncalled for, wasn't it? It was tremendously uncalled for, in fact. Alright, Agenta. You must do what I have failed to
do
do,
it.
and kill that man. Thank you very much. You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile female today. A rare but nonetheless appreciative thing. Psychic Force. Sure, why
For the
not?
throne's glory.
Uh-oh. I believe that is going to cause some sort of... Oh.
Let's see to it.
Well, I admit that was a pinch unexpected. Right, so you've got to destroy the lenses, otherwise he will keep doing the gay. What's my odds of hitting him, incidentally? 32, not amazing. Right,
Guided by
we
faith.
shall run out into the open, and then we shall
am his will made manifest.
really retardedly hard. So that's free attacks according to rate of fire. So shoot that.
As the Emperor commands. Faith
Shoot
without
again.
deeds is worthless.
There you go, that's one down. And then we'll try to blow his ass up, and we'll
I'll
see
do
if he
it.
can respawn using the same mirror twice. He can. Okay, well, it was worth an effort, wasn't it? Axeth says, Hans Castillo for President of Earth. Indeed, Hans Castillo is best boy. And he does need to be head patted far more frequently. Unironically, the anti-aliens are the only good guys in Terra Invicta. Everyone else
As
is
the
just
Emperor commands,
different
I act.
degrees of bad person. Damn it, can't see it. And Brian Walton becomes a member. Thank you very much, sir. Your support is highly appreciated. So,
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
voice of command. Move, move, move.
Rejoice in battle!
I think I might be able to see it.
If I may.
Let's find out. Can I?
This is unacceptable.
No. Can
I'll do it.
Burst attack will have to fight.
I will not!
No, I can't see it. Well,
As the
I can
Emperor
put myself
commands,
into
I
a
act.
position to see it next time, then. He's down on his ass and not particularly lethal or dangerous at the time being. We'll spray his guard instead then. And a hit, not too bad, not too bad.
Running binaric override.
He seems to have had enough of this nonsense.
Of the trial.
He wishes to leave. Will he be allowed to leave, however? I don't think so. Alright, so Adelblard, get out your shotgun. Get running. I don't feel like shooting Argenta in the face repeatedly. She might take it the wrong way, you know? It's very, very impossible. 64%, 93%, and goodbye, sir.
Chance.
Get me a target.
Hit him.
I won't object.
Nice. And Argenta then can move
God Emperor,
one
move
step
through
further.
me! Be the fire in my heart!
Blast the unholy lens. There we are. Can I do that retroactively? I can. Alright, boy, it's time to receive many bullets.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Evade Venterscale. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. Blub is blubbling forth on this young man's lips. Evade Venterscale, af Coronis, greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. At least he still remembers his manners. I quite like that. It's a good feature in a young man that he can remain appropriately acquiescent to his betters. Yeah, submissive, breedable, one might even say. Finish him off. I can't be certain you're uninfected by chaos. I'm sorry. Slash. What have they done to you? The warden, my friend, I tried to convince him to stop. The riot diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. You know, your dad was clearly right on this one, so maybe you should give him a little bit more credit. I must take my leave. It's like, goodbye, sir. See, I kinda like 5 myself, because I can't know if he's infected by chaos. But on the other hand, he could also be a very nice meal ticket, and an excellent opportunity to get the winter scale rogue trader house in my pocket. Wounded? I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burnt out? This is my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. It is either trying to make light of the situation or growing delirious from the pain. 5 is the vanilla 40k option, but if he's infected by chaos, well, that's what we call not my fucking problem. But his house's debt to my house, well, that's an issue I have a deep-seated and vested interest in, so we'll make sure that he gets out of here all safe and sound, I think. Seems only reasonable, frankly. Kind, gentle. Acquiescive, perhaps even. Speaking of... we have a heresy outbreak now. The first of many new rat breaks that will be emerging in our numbers very, very soon. Probably less fat archers as cats, honestly, because that's just weird and creepy, but sometimes you have to humor people. But heresy break, we will have many breaks. Many, many delicious little breaks will join our ranks. They'll be friends to one and all, except cheese. They'll probably genocide cheese, honestly. But hey, you never know. They might find some cheese they enjoy. The company of. Video game was telling me that I could have outflanked them. I could have placed multiple dudes at multiple points. You know, saint, it cannot be. I don't believe I am privy to the story of so passionately discussing. You are so passionately discussing. Well, we already knew this. I guess the game thought maybe I didn't know that, but I did know that, yes. My predecessor was messing around with forces perhaps best left untouched. Perhaps. To be fair, she might have been trying to stop it. That might have been what she's been trying to do. It's like, oh, well, this thing is clearly bad. I should study it so that I could make it not bad. Possible. Arti-san.
That was a problem for you.
Anything of note? Awoken prisoner. Woke prisoners. Disgusting.
Follow my lead.
Absolutely god-awful. A Medica test, yes. Like, do you think you can save this man? I don't know. Half his torso is missing. The evidence suggests that the victim was killed by poison gas. I don't know about that video game. I think the evidence suggests that he died from being sawn in fucking half. Like, there is a difference. There is actually a genuine difference between choking to death and dying because an enormous saw blade is currently whirring and whizzing its way through your insides. There is a difference. Know the difference, in fact. It could save your life. Well, I don't know about that. I think you're fucking in the case, but it could save you some misery, maybe. Possibly. Maybe. I don't even know. I was trying to make, you know, something positive out of that situation, but now that I re-examine it in the cold, hard light of day, I think you're just boned. Alright, so I've been there. Yes. So now we go back to the governor and brag of our beautiful, wonderful exploits. I don't know why my ship takes these weird paths, but I'm sure my navigator has very good reasons for it. And bunker. I'm pretty sure it's explored video game. I'm almost certain, in fact. Press a key to continue. Thank you very much.
A new challenge for me?
I'm ready for my triumph. Excellent. We'll see each other square then. May the light of the throne be with you. Alright.
None shall stand in my way.
What do you think the odds are somebody's going to take a pot shot at me during the triumph? I feel as if this might not be the safest course of actions, but it is the most pompous course of action, and thus it is the one we shall endeavor to take, of course. Maybe it'll be the elf vagina who tries to shoot me. Seems entirely possible.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright, you peasants can stay back there. Your Lordship, Peerless Lord von Valencius. I am the Master of Ceremonies of Rykad Minoris. Everything is in place for your triumph. Allow me to give you a brief summary of the upcoming events. You will take the road, now familiar to you, from here to the Celestial Harbour. You will be accompanied by your comrades in arms and a guard of honour. The body of the heretics known as the Prophet of Aurora will be pulled in your wake as a battle trophy. I like it. A stop is planned in the middle of the road. There, grateful citizens will rush towards you, praising you for their salvation. I take it the grateful citizens have already been informed of their duty in this matter. Yes, indeed. Have no worries, there's thoroughly choreographed. Interlude. All the grateful people will be loyal citizens vetted by us. Members of the military, young people, attractive and physically fit. A few healthy children. Perfect, perfect, ideal. You are a fine master of ceremonies, sir. Cathulion Ethan says, considering your Gellerfield is Swiss cheese, even a Chaos cultist on board is negligible. Also, him on crew is brought up at every Winterscale colony. Is he now? Huh. Snudnov says, going to watch the nice family film Toxic Zombie. It's about hippie cannibals later today. Sleep well when you go to bed, Arch. Thank you very much, Mr. Snudnov. An excellent plan. This is disgusting. No. God, I understand that they want to give you the opportunity to rebel against the established order of things, etc., but I don't want to. I want to be lauded. If anything, could they perhaps offer me celebratory blowjobs as we continue through this? Would that be too much to ask after saving everybody's bacon? I think not. I think, in fact, it should only, frankly, be expected, honestly. One would have a bare minimum thoughts for gratitude from civilized folks. Details. Speaking of details, let me click through this stupid thing. Don't worry, chat, it's something completely different. Highly beneficial to you probably in the future. There we go. Did you know that artists should be kept on a strict leash and be beaten frequently whenever possible? Now, I do wonder how thoroughly they did vet the adoring crowd, though. I'm a little bit worried.
Victory awaits!
By the fact that this is not a cutscene, and that I am surrounded by all my friends and... Oh, hello! A Lehman Russ. Mount the tank! Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The video game understands exactly. As a very unremarkable face, utterly unskilled commoner. And you have perished along with your plans. Why is there no option to give the corpse a derisive kick as you pass? It's like, oh, kick. From henceforth it shall be a tradition. Everyone shall kick the whore's corpse. That's the closest thing I can get. Not a sound comes in response. Was I expecting one? Hairs with, or is just your imagination?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I like this. The game understands exactly what I want from it. So yes, I shall ride the battle tank in glory, for to myself. Yes. Stand atop its enormous gun. Oh. There we go, much better. I wish I'd put away Betsy for my saluting and stuff, but apparently the video game is not quite complex enough to give me the option to not be waving a long last to my face every time I raise my hand so well. Make way, let us greet the hero. Glory to the Von Valencius dynasty, glory to Arch, a hero of Rykad Minoris. A stately, beautiful, stately. I thought it said strangely, and I was like, raises eyebrow, pushes Betsy into face. The grateful citizens would like to present gifts to their redeemer. Do they tick? For whatever reason, you know for certain that right at this moment, the gaze of Aurora's dead, empty-socked eyes fixed upon the back of your head. A thought floats up, not a voice in your head, nothing like a mere thought. They're all going to die befuddled, never having seen the truth, and it's all because of you, O enemy of mine. God, the writing in this game is goddamn excellent. Something terrible is about to happen. No. We shall not intervene. Okay, alright. Here's that. Worst case scenario, a giant demon emerges and eats most of the people here. Which would be unfortunate. But if I send them away, they won't be here to applaud me any further. So, we're going to be greeting the people, obviously. Our rank item in orders honors the Emperor and bounces his most loyal servant, the rogue trader. Tick, 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 bomb. I am sensing something boundless, blue, golden, dark. Huh. My psyker seems to be freaking out somewhat. Behold, behold, the final dawn. Ruh-roh. Well, that was unexpected. Fire the Lehman Russ at anything that moves. But sir, there are civilians in the way. Not for long. Yes, shoot the Lehman Russ with your las guns. I am sure it will deter its vengeance. Blue Golden could refer to the Space Wolf as well. Never know. Oh, are we not going to get to shoot that? Oh, Drukhari. Rightio. I would highly suggest somebody look out the window and charge the fucking laser cannons. Ah, the final dawn, as in the Dark Eldar is going to steal the goddamn sun. Well, yes, there is a certain finality to that, I will agree. Like the woman just like, look out over the window, his sun's going away. It's like, yes, woman, we know, we're watching, and we're watching. Well, that was unfortunate. So I would expect everyone in the system to freeze to death in about 5 minutes.
Take a knee and bow before me.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Right. The tank exploded. Apparently the las guns were very good and simply made it go boom. Which is unfortunate for me because I'd kind of relied upon its ability to, you know, kill everything, frankly. Rightio. Where's the greatest concentration of enemies? Probably here. Right, so Andelblard, you shall kill every last single one of them. I feel like I'm being a bit surrounded here. I definitely feel a bit surrounded. Hendrix, you've got incredible movement speeds. We'll put you over there. Cassia and myself will try to get into cover over here. Pascal will maybe try and kill that. And Argentia, you be over there. Right, so Argentia first, is it? That's not terrible. In fact, that's pretty good. So shoot on the run. Warhim would be great here, but I think instead we're just going to fire a couple of shots. Try and pick off some of the bastards around us.
That is not the Emperor's will.
You tried. Sorta, kinda, pseudo, sort of. So it's a lot better.
Faith without deeds is
then
worthless.
We will war him. Pascal is up next. %99 chance. That feels pretty certain. Non-air effect. Attack inflicts additional out of the first target and all enemies in a 5-cell range around the target. It's not a very good range, is it? We'll put a steady enemy on the guys up here, I think. That'll help out a bit, and then we'll squash this guy. Well, a 99% success does not actually mean that you are guaranteed a success. It means that you're only statistically relatively unlikely to see yourself fail miserably. But only statistically unlikely to see yourself fail miserably.
Follow my lead.
Alright, Adelblard, actually, I should have charged first. That would have been way
At your beck and
smarter.
call. One fewer target.
Because that would have given me another attack. I can still get one, actually.
Ah!
I took care of this
Nice,
one.
nice. And we'll brace. Damn. Now it takes some discipline to be able to run around and still return fire whilst you yourself is on fire. Yeah, that's not bad. That shows a certain degree of panache and pedigree on behalf of the local defenders, I must say. A fire grenade is certainly somewhat tempting.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Let's try and get rid of the ruffian first and foremost. Whack. Thank you very much, Pascal. And pew.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Bang, actually.
Another foe painted black.
Good job, Cassia. Very, very well done. And
My
let's get Arch
tactics are
into
flawless.
cover. If you issue forth some
Not
buffs.
a problem for me.
And then pop any flamethrower dudes or something like that here. No. Okay, in that case, pop
Suits
that
my
guy.
purposes. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Right. That's good. Oh, no, there's the fire starter. Yep.
Glory on my wrath!
Yeah, I do goddamn hate those damn things. Right, well, I've got 2 leaders now, so I got some way of dealing with that, and I do have a healer now as well, which is quite nice.
Naturally.
Oh, that does do that, right? That's 1 action point. Let's put that on... Can't see Adelbard. I can bust him off myself, however, so we will do so. And then we will whack this guy in the
Your
face with a
reckoning is
chainsaw.
due.
Right, and now we will be shot at a lot. Romance when with the navigator waifu? Good question. I should probably try to talk to them on the ship after the ship after all of this, because I'm sure she will want to embrace my wink winky, my space sausage, my ship, my big art, etc., and all these things, as I have been very kind to her. I saved her, I kept her from being eaten by space monsters, I have put her in tremendous danger a few times, but I imagine, being bored as she is of the navigator life, that she actually views that as rather beneficial. I think she actually enjoys it. Yep, God, the dots are so devastating, Jesus Christ. Right, so that will increase my rate of fire by a ludicrous amount, and I do have a lot of bad boys over there, so that is exactly what we are going to do.
I'll do it. It escaped the Emperor's judgment.
Nice,
Granted the
nice.
prayer.
Argenta's pretty
As
good.
the Emperor
Argenta is
commands,
pretty
I act.
goddamn good. Bit squish, but the sheer amount of ass rape she can pummel out is rather impressive, in fact. Alright, what do I want to do with you? What do we want to do with you?
Explorers know one
Stick you in the open and use you as a bit of a distraction, I think, is going to be the answer to that question.
running binaric override.
Might as well. It's going to make him slightly less accurate.
Damage is negligible.
Adelblard, do-do-do-do-do-do,
It will be done.
Adelblard.
One fewer target.
Do-do-do-do-do, Adelblard. Alright, do I wanna... No. Adelbard will just casually pull out his shotgun and blast that person's face off. Oh. Impressive. Very impressive, actually.
No matter the cost.
Yes.
I will do my... I took care of this one.
That's actually fine.
My place is at the fore.
Let's see. Pull out the shotgun. That's not the shotgun. Out of range. Gosh darnation it all. Self-buff then. And did I kill the leader? I did kill the leader. Right, let's make
Victory
that
is
one
imminent.
a chosen foe. And we'll have to just charge her down ASAP. Right, so get back in the fight, was it? Yes. Use that to get rid of the fucking burn effect. Everyone else is
Step
not on
aside.
fire at the
The
moment.
navigator
Nice.
is coming.
Right, let's see if we can stun her. Will resistant check fail. Okay, so she's stunned. Beautiful. Yes.
Me?
Might as well.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Give him a little blast of weapons fire.
Functions successfully
nice.
terminated.
All right.
Already done.
Actually, let's activate Heinrichs, and we'll have him
I won't
pop a
object to
heal
it.
on Argenta. And can we Iron Arm him now? No, he's still a tiny bit out of range. Right. Can't hit those. Can
of
do
course,
endure on
Lord
self,
Captain.
so might as well. And a sniper round.
Suits my
Ooh, I
purposes.
love the sniper rifle. It's so fucking great. I mean, it doesn't have the sheer ridiculous, over-the-top, absurdo damage potential of shit like the bolter or autocannon, obviously, but the ability to reliably
Everyone,
pick
step
off
aside.
enemies is pretty darn nice, in my opinion. Tempting.
Be gone.
Cut that guy down. Can I... No. Try and down him
Let's
with a
see to it.
psychic charge. Apparently I targeted something completely differently. Okay, never mind. Can't hit anybody with interest with that. Meh. Ah, yes. Shoot Adelblard. I am sure that'll work out pretty damn well for you. I do wish there was a parry animation. I really do. Like, it just seems stupid to be like, parry, but he didn't do anything, though. In your mind, he parried, you know. You've got to do that whole theater of the mind thing. You're playing a role-playing game, but I'm playing a computer role-playing game. Yeah, well, fuck you. We didn't have the budget, okay. Not ironically, I mean, that might actually be the literal excuse, because Owlcat, despite multiple successes now, is of course still not the biggest company in the universe. They're
That
probably
is
doing
for the
well for
weak.
themselves, though. I mean,
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
that's a bit dangerous.
Faith without
wait, no,
deeds
wait, no.
is worthless.
Fire trajectory is suboptimal.
I'm aware. Why are you even allowed to do that? Why is that even
This
a
is
thing you
unacceptable.
can do? It's like, Pascal, yes?
I'll do it.
Poof. Why? So, awfully good question, Pascal. Awfully good question.
Significant value.
There. Take your anger out on the bad people over there instead. Blard.
A tactically sound approach.
Is the charge on cooldown? Cooldown, yes.
Indeed.
Alright, Outlord, well, just make yourself big and tough and give him a bit of
It
buckshot.
will be done. One fewer target.
Boom. Ka-chick-chick. Right. Can I see anything from over there? Sort of.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I would imagine
may.
so, yes.
As duty demands.
It'd frankly be rather weird if the battlefield was drowned in, I don't know, pinkish purple.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That would be weird. So, Navigator, what color do you perceive violence as? A slightly off-brand maroon. It's a very detailed answer, if nothing else.
I shall not fear.
54, not exactly great. Yep.
Nothing I can't do.
The Emperor is on our side.
And...
All
might as well
too
give him a
easy.
buff. Right, let's not use our psychic powers anymore. The battlefield looks to be a little bit, you know, purplish. Let's do that
Someone's
now.
death wish is mine to grant.
Pistol burst.
I'll
Might
put my
actually be
psychic
the
abilities to
superior
use.
option here, but
I won't
a
object.
nice slash is not going to be too bad either. Followed by a psychic wobble from one. And victory. Lord Taint, this is Taint, Master. Please immediately send. Pin orifice. Repeat. Taint orifice. Repeat. Very well, Master Vox. Have you been drinking again? I shall fear no darkness, for light is within me, the light of my faith in thee. I shall flee before no enemy, for there is no enemy more terrible than cowardice, and I shall overpower it. Well, Argentia is feeling pretty good, at least, you know. The sun went out, and she's, well, you know, I've got a flashlight. Unironically. And hey, she does have a flashlight. In her heart. See, does English? Does chat have a flashlight in their hearts? I hope they do. Red, black, and lots of very, very white fear. The whole city is quaking. No, the whole world. Let's talk more action. What's Vigdis saying, Lord Captain? Are they going to send a shuttle for us? We must move out towards the starport at once. The shuttle aren't going to find us here, even if the comlinks stabilize, which it won't. Starp.
It's about time.
Very well, Voxmaster Vigdis of the Eternal Taint. I shall head to the starport.
I've suffered worse.
Don't stand in the pink fog, you tards.
None shall stand in my way.
I like that Enforcer's just kind of chilling there. He's probably a little bit traumatized by all of this, frankly.
Follow my lead.
I should probably check through my weaponry to see if there's anything else in there. Also, obligatory heresy spam. More dirty purple clouds of purpleness. There's still just a whole turkey sitting there. Like somebody literally ordered a whole turkey and they didn't even get to eat it, which is kind of tragic. And out of all the tragedies that have happened today, that might actually be the biggest one. Some dude probably saved his entire, like, weekly savings for this, and he was going to just go to town on that turkey. He was going to do a porn movie on that turkey. It was going to be erotic for him. And then the world ends. Like, that's just mean. He will rise. Maybe he will have his revenge on that turkey ass after all. So incidentally, right, little Camprix, I feel as if maybe we didn't actually properly kill that woman. Oh, nobody cleaned that up yet? Huh. I feel like that would have interfered with the parade, if I'm being entirely honest. Oh.
Submit and you'll die quickly.
I was about to say,
Your Emperor won't
I need to
save
stop
you.
real quick and prepare for battle, but the video game elected to not make that much of an option. Fucking dudes down there too, Jesus. Cult anointed, cult anointed, cult anointed, cult fire starting cultists. Right, that's the one we want dead then. And keep you lads a nice bit fair back. Nice. And fire starting cultist gets literally the first turn. Well, somebody's gonna burn.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
It'll be Adelblard. Luckily, Adelblard doesn't actually give a shit about fire. Or any other form of damage effect in the universe, frankly. Dude, like, Adelblard. Literally, he gets set on fire and always like, this heat is nothing compared to my frequent butt hurt. And it isn't. It literally actually is nothing. It is a soothing, calm bath for Adelblard. The fires of the enemy is as nothing compared to the incandescent rage that envelops his butthole every waking second of every moment of every day.
Your reckoning is due.
Nothing could ever compare to it, for it is a red-hot, raging fire within his Angus. Alright, well, Argenta, normally I'd say blast all of that, but I actually don't know if that's going to be the
bathe this
optimal
battlefield in righteous fury.
choice here.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
Good job, woman. And sing us a song, why don't you? Sing us a song, Mr. Piano Man. Sing us a song, and I forgot the rest of the song. Because frankly, no one ever sings anything beyond the goddamn chorus. Because that's all everyone ever knows about the Irish song. Which for some reason is a Christmas song. Actually, genuinely, why is it a Christmas song? Like, I'm actually a little bit curious. Why is it a fucking Christmas song? Alright, yes, get back into the fight. Oh shit, I've moved already. Gosh darn it. I can't see Adelbard from here, and so I cannot put out his butt-glazing flames. In fact, from my elevated advantage point, I can't see a damn diddly dick nothing. Lovely.
Not a problem for me.
Alright, well, Argenta, it's gonna be you getting buffed again then. No, sing us a song, you're the piano man. That was it. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Faith without
Sing
deeds.
us a song for thee? For free? It's a Christmas song because we say it is, says chat. Fair enough.
I'll do it.
We have made it a Christmas song. Oh god, it's like that that song by that incredibly pretentious person, Bono. You too? Is that the name of his like thingy bob thing? No, that was the song of like the band or something, wasn't it? Do they know it's Christmas time at all? That one. Because everyone is like, oh, that's a Christmas song. And then they hear the lyrics. And they actually, like, think about the lyrics. And it's like, there are starving children in Africa, burning to death on trees, getting gang raped by bandits and pigs. Do they even know it's Christmas? And then you start thinking, oh, that's not quite as cheery a song as I imagined. No, it genuinely actually is not. I can't see the fire starting cultist, so I guess it's just going to be this guy. Arch,
I'm not accustomed
you need to
being ordered
get
around.
moving. else useful? I haven't been able to use this very effectively so far. Do these cultists know it's Christmas
Running
time
by
at
shrine the
all?
memory of this righteous moment.
Well, if they knew, they don't know anymore. Honor was political before being political was a thing.
I won't object to it.
Essentially, yes. Well, go over there. Can you see anything? You can't see shite. Any of you could, you don't have the
Let's see
range.
to it.
Tempting, no. Save it for Adelblard. Can you see anything from over there? Of course you can. See anything from over there?
Guided
Yes, you
by
can.
faith.
Nice. Is it poo-poo time? No, I can only see one person.
As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's
Good
judgment.
shot, woman. Fantastic. And now we can get back in the
Nothing I
fight.
can't do.
There we are. Fantastic. Here, have a buff. And whilst
Already
we're on this topic,
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Adelblard Blard. Adelblard Blard. Blard.
Indeed.
Adelblard Blard.
I'll lay
Video
claim
Hall
to
Santa
the
says,
stars.
sing us a song, sing us the song. You're the piano man, sing us a song tonight. While we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. I can't sing, incidentally, in case you didn't notice.
It's about
I know,
time.
it's difficult to figure it out. Oh, that leg is still moving. It's a bit gross. A bit uncomfortable, frankly. You know, they really didn't clean this place up much
New
since the
challenge
rebellion.
for me.
Then again, I mean, I guess it's been hours since the rebellion was quashed, so I suppose they could argue that they were a bit pressed for time, but nevertheless,
Victory
I feel as
awaits.
if they could have put a little bit more effort in, you know, cleaning things up, particularly considering there was a victory parade going on and shit. A little bit more backbone, you know, would have been appreciated. A little bit more
I won't tolerate
elbow
weakness.
grease, yes. Right, there's got to be a boss fight before we leave this place. There's got to be. Like, there has to be some demons popping out. They are coming. One walking in the other footstep. Oh, sorry. I was busy leaving. Nick Brock says, I wonder if enough Superchats could make him sing something embarrassing like I'm a Barbie girl. Enough Superchats could make Arch do almost anything. Heavy emphasis on enough. It needs to be a sufficient quantity to make Arch feel guilty for not doing it. That's the general rule. If you can make Arch feel guilty about something, odds are he's probably going to do it. Oh, I see the tarantula turrets were removed.
None shall stand in my way.
So they couldn't clean up all of the scattered rubbish and garbage, but the point defenses they had time to remove. Skeptical towards
Follow
this.
my lead. Take a knee
Huh?
and
What?
bow before me.
Hello?
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Oh, all the way over there. Am I going the right way? I have no idea. Wait, no. Was I? No, that was just a secret place. Yes, I am going the right way. It's fine. Everything's gonna be alright. And agenda, you go over there.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Alright, apparently there's a minefield over in that general direction. Good to know. Would have been gooder to know a little bit earlier, but, you know, such is life.
Brace yourself, Naval.
Wow. Adelblard has actually taken damage. That's unusual. Very unusual. Damn. Okay, well, their entire team did get to take those turns before
I've
me, so I
suffered
do
worse.
suppose that a certain amount of ouchies was to be expected in such a circumstance. I can probably blast those two, no problems.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Well, Jesus, how the fuck was I supposed to even do it? It's like, hey, there's mines over there. Like, would you care to issue a warning, maybe? It's like, no. It's turn-based mode now, so you don't get a warning. That seems
I'll do it.
what we call a little bit effing retarded, honestly.
Right, it's a prayer.
Alright, well, I don't think Argenta's gonna be making out of this one standing upright. Jesus.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Alright, let's
Naturally.
heal and buff what can be healed and buffed, I guess.
I won't object to it.
And try
I
to
need
get
a
them to
foothold.
shoot at something a little bit more.
I won't die here.
Seriously, video game, you need to pause when you reveal a trap. Okay, you know, fuck it. We're reloading this one, because that's too goddamn stupid. It's like you literally have a quarter instance warning before the trap explodes and kills your ass. Like, at least, if you trip the mine underneath your feet, the character should go, ow, and stop. Not
about
continue running. It's like, oh, that was rather painful. I guess I shall just keep on trucking then. It's like, no.
My
I won't
footstep
heed
has
your
detected
cries of
something.
mercy.
Like, when you hear the first click under your foot, you hold.
I won't go down.
This is common knowledge. Click back. Click indicates stop. Alright,
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
right.
Operation successful.
Not enough action points. Indeed. Not enough action points indeed. Come on, Pascal. Show yourself to be the tank I thought you were supposed to be. Huh. Alright. Buffy.
I will do
Buffy.
my duty.
And evermore Buffy.
At your beck and call.
The real Hallucinator says, Artelblard is literally just a space marine. Pretty much, yes. Let's see. I don't really have a clear field of
Rejoice in battle!
fire here. But I can run and gun and try and pick up the sharpshooters.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, I mean, that did hit, video game, but
Doubt
if
is
you
for the
say
weak.
so, I suppose it didn't. If you insist, video game. If you absolutely insist. Is there a fire starter or something around here? No. Alright, in that case, just give it a pew. Nice, good shots, Cassia. And... Give it a voice of command, and a move,
Isn't
move,
this a
move.
job for the serfs?
Follow my lead.
And instead of moving, we shall move one square at the time this
This
time.
ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Right, what else have we got? Damn, I can see him. Huh? Oh, I'll take it.
Not a
And
problem for
Cassia,
me.
if you would be so kind as to have another pop with that charming little sniper rifle of yours. Oh, you literally can't see him. Well, never gosh darn mind then. Can you mind vision his ass? No. Well, somewhat wasted action point, but not too bad. Well, that apparently didn't work out very well.
For the throne's glory.
And heal Pascal.
Discipline and duty go hand in hand.
They're not stupid enough to set up their own traps, tragically. Most unfortunate. I would love to see the percentage chance for disarming these traps. That would have been a useful piece of intelligence to have. Good shot, sir. See, in my Rogue Trader
My
campaign,
place is at the fore.
I literally house ruled it that you are not allowed to dodge bullets because I don't feel like you should be allowed to dodge bullets. By and large. Alright. Now, don't automatically move towards one another.
Duty prevails.
Thank you.
The Emperor favors
I
me
can't
today.
imagine the Space Wolf is going to be any tankier than
I better
Adelblard.
myself through my service.
Like, 'cause surely if you get something tankier than Adelblard,
Duty
you will
prevails.
just have actual broken, complete, utter bullshit thing, wouldn't you? Like, he already scoffs at 98% of incoming
Never doubt
damage,
me.
while slaughtering actually entire encounters by
Emperor
himself.
favors me today.
I feel like if the
light
Space
of
Marine
terror
is
shines
better
for
than
us.
that, the game will just turn into a little bit of a joke. Or it'll give you an even more
Pay
ridiculous enemy,
attention.
I suppose. That's also possible.
See? Right there. Duty
You know,
prevails.
these look awful lot like anti-vehicle mines, considering how absolutely
doubt me.
ridiculously massive they are. I feel as if...
What deeds await
Oh,
us?
actually, never mind. I was about to say, like, surely the weight of my party would not be enough to trip an anti-tank mine. But then I remember how unfathomably, ridiculously chonk Adelblard is. And I understand why this is happening. I understand why the rebels felt the urge to deploy anti-tank mines in order to try and stop him. Because it seemed like the only worthwhile option.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh. Well, you tried, Mr. Guard Person, sir. You made what we call an attempt. Oh, Brian Walton says, Slutations, Arch. Slutations? How many Superchats do another RP set in your Skavenverse? Skaven escape the cleansing of pungent by a certain Chaos Dwarf, maybe? How many to become a victim of said RP? A victim of said RP. RPs with viewers, unlikely. Simply because it's one of those... RPs can often get a pinch heated, so you want to do it with people you can be absolutely sure of will be able to take the knocks and the blows that goes on with it. Probably not. Probably not. It's nothing personal, it's just one of those YouTube things. Honestly... I almost tempted to make it a Chaos Dwarf campaign at that point, or at the very least unlock the option to play as one of Zufor's chosen. Maybe even make the old party bosses that they need to chase down and kill. That would be kind of funny. Give them some bullshit powers, of course. It's like you are Zufor's henchmen, you've got to find and kill those pieces of shit that insulted Zufor. And thank you very much for your very first super chat as well. Appreciate it. The stench of Faisaline and blood blankets. Blood blankets? Blood blankets. I feel like there should have been a little dot there. Blankets the starports. Echoes of shouting and gunfire wanders over the landing pad. I just get a vision in my head of a dude with a giant drum on his belly and like one of those single man band types, just like burm, 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 burm. Gunfire, echoes, horror. The mince of plexiglass crunches underfoot. Looking at the crowd huddled next to the shuttle, you recognize Sergeant Malgar, the soldier who greeted you upon arrival on Rykad Minoris. Well, at least I hope he got his award. You know, I at least hope he got his medal for all the shit he's been put through, and the fact that his world is about to, you know, enter into a permanent Stone Age. Stone Age. Ice Age, to be more correct, and all that. The sergeant's chest is fitted with a sturdy-looking flat vest, bearing insignia customary among your troops. One of the enforcers you sent must have given it to Malgar as a gift. A group of bloodied and frightened people stand between Malgar's wardens and the shuttle. the governor and members of his esteemed entourage. Their expensive attire has been torn in the fighting, many bare wounds left by bayonets. Aha. Some of the nobles are paralyzed with fear. Others have succumbed to despair. 2 corpses are lying on the ground, their arms outstretched. Black blood has pooled under one. The other skull has been split open like a nut, surrounded by a pinkish crimson nimbus of bone shards and bits of brain matter. Explicit. Sergeant Malgar demanded me to report. Governor, can I take the trouble to explain to me what is going on here? Point you up in the sergeant. How do you treat highborn officials in such manner? No, I like him the best. What are the people who were sent to assist you from my ship? They already went back to your ship. Respectful because vibrating like a taut string. Good people, your soldiers. They helped us out, unlike this carrion. He looks back at the nobles. Our esteemed governor, with his gaggle of cronies, hid behind our backs. Now that things got rough, they thought they could scarper and leave us here to die after we shed our blood for him and broke our backs to supply him with everything. You think that's fair, you grokspot? I think so. The sergeant might have had enough. Malgar's shock button hits the governor in the chest. I don't know if that's cricket, sir. I don't know if that is cricket. No. His head explodes. His body falls limp. His remaining is... His head explodes. Excusez-moi? Sergeant, the chorus of double screams kind of drawn out. Sergeant's bed was enough. You've said your piece. Ha. Okay, that's a bit much. I could have forgotten that the Emperor breaks all his subjects, but surely you remember. Help anyone you can. This is your duty. Well, he's got a weapon, and this is going to be a combat situation, so we're going to use our persuasion. I don't know why you're sick of these layabouts. They never would have helped someone like me, but they don't deserve to die either. And not about that, not all of them do, at least. A dull thud comes from deep within the scalpwood. Heavy footsteps shake the rockreed, causing an unpleasant tremor in your bones. We're about to get butt-fucked by monsters. Monsters in the dark. Oh, yep, that'll qualify. Yep, that'll qualify. Right, a word better to starties. I'm not entirely sure I've got enough guns to kill that. He's a bit small, though. He should be taller. He should be taller and bulkier. Right, this reminds me of the times when I dumped a single assault marine on my party in one of our first RPs, and it slaughtered like 40 men. Ah, fun times. Those were, unironically, fun times. There seems to be absolutely no cover here whatsoever. This is what we call an unfortunate occurrence. Right, Pascal and Adelblard are the ones with the biggest chance to do something to him. Argenta has a non-zero opportunity as well. Is that a melter gun in your hands? Okay, spread out is what I've gathered from that. I feel as if there is about to be at least one casualty within my party. Oh, he put away the melter gun. Thank you. And pulled out a pinkish-looking dildo thing or other.
My ears are ringing.
Then ran around a bit, then put it away, and then bitched and moaned. A little bit. Okay. That was,
Focus.
Okay, see, here's the problem, right? When you dump a space marine on someone, that's supposed to be an oh my god moment. But having him run around like a retard like that somewhat undermines the oh my godness of the moment, honestly. That will give them all attacks of opportunity, which we probably don't want. It's probably just better to, you know, just kill all of them in one attack, yeah. That's probably the superior option. And ironically, that is probably the superior option. Right, Adelblard, for the first time in his existence, got the shit punched out of him. And in a single hit, no less. Actually, I should have put that on Adelblard instead. It's supposed to be like a just moment, and him waffling around like a tard for a bit, then despawning his weapon to attack. somewhat undermines the oh my goddedness of it all, honestly. Right, buff the fuck out of Argenta. That is my first order of business.
My purposes.
82%. 4 to 7 damage. I mean, that's a long last. 15 penetration. I doubt the bolter would have much more penetration.
Nothing I can't do.
Miss. Well, you made an attempt. So this is definitely going to be a held in my gaze, although I imagine he's going to have pretty good willpower. Will resistance check succeeds. Yep. For 0 warp damage. Well, you two did indeed make an attempt.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I would actually like it better if you were over there.
If I may.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Right.
As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen.
And then it'll be Argenta's turn for real. Alright, so we're gonna...
I will bathe
over
this
here.
battlefield in righteous
And we are going
fury.
to activate El Rapido Fire. And
Faith
Revel in
without
Slaughter
deed
as
is
well,
worthless.
I believe. Does that buff it yet further? No, I don't think so. Right. Say your prayers, fat ass. You're about to eat a whole heaping heck of a lot of bolter fire.
You, the Emperor.
Not awful, not awful. Not amazing, but not awful. Alright, Pascal. So we definitely want study the enemy
The
on him.
Messiah knows all. Comprehends
That'll buff our
all.
ability to hit him quite a bit. I would like to do that. But that's 2 AP, and that gives him bleed, which would be very nice. Okay. I mean, we're hurting him. That's certainly something. Adelblard needs to spend his turn standing up. Prone. Cannot act and suffer self-defense parry. Oh yeah, he did get up. Okay. Right. Chaos Marine delivers a big old punch to Pascal's face, but only punches him once, which is very kind and generous in my opinion. We shall use Reinvigoration on Adelblard. And
Everyone, step
go
aside.
over here and make sure we keep these little bastards tagged. And
Let's
we
see
will
to
buff Adelblard. And then we will
I
do a bit
won't
of smash
object to
attacking.
it. Be gone.
Very nice, very nice. Right.
Not a problem for me.
Buff Adelblard. Get Adelblard in base contact on the side,
I've
so
seen
as to
worse
not
battles than this in my
screw
time.
over her shot. And bring it down. Yeah, bring it down. Let's
too
see what kind of
easy.
damage we can do. All right, so Reckless
That's your
Swing will
back
allow
and
him
forth.
to... I shouldn't have clicked that. Right, just buff yourself. Then. Buff yourself. Heroic action is not a bad idea here.
Indeed.
Make him favored foe. Buff, buff,
Victory
buff,
is
buff, buff,
imminent.
buff, buff. And then hit.
I will do my duty.
Alright, 17 damage. Hardly negligible, but hardly super impressive. It would be very nice
Isn't
if we
this a
could
job for the sirs?
stun him. Will resistance check. Will 60. Leader of 45, total resistance 60. Okay, so he isn't that resistance. He's only got a slightly above 50-50 chance to resist, which isn't the worst thing in the universe. It's not terrible.
It will be done.
Adelblard is, of course, hitting him like an absolute 10-ton truck. Video Holsteiner says, good response in the RPs. I still remember the wars between you and V on Silver Island, you and Sargon on V's campaign, and you and Uzluk as Maxim. And those were mostly your friends, though. Oh, absolutely. Yes, like, even friends get testy in RPs. It is simply the nature of a role-playing game that you're gonna get a bit testy. Right.
Doubt is for the weak.
Probably just gonna want to reload. It basically wastes a turn, but I gotta prepare for another burst of butt-fucky fire.
My vow is to serve.
Alright, that will be very good, because that will boost her next attack by a lot.
Request approved.
Let's fuck over his weaponry. And we'll just give him a normal punt. It's not a bad punt. That's a pretty good punt, actually. Right, Adelblard, give it another go.
Back and forth.
Adelblard is pumping out a good amount of damage. He's gonna have a shot at Heinrichs?
Damage is negligible.
Oh, I figured I'd get an attack of opportunity or something, but oh, no, we're doing a cutscene. That's what we're doing. Okay. See, that too, like, okay, if you're gonna do that, fair enough, but you should give the player the attacks of opportunities that he, you know, should usually get in such circumstances. It is only proper video game. Right,
For the throne, I'm done with this one.
kill him first, then assail.
Be gone.
Nice. And then let's give ourselves a heal, because Heinrichs is about to get shot a lot if, actually...
I'll see our
Yes,
foes
I think a
obliterated.
daring act. I
Get
really
me
like
a
the
target.
heroic action system, too, because it just makes you feel so goddamn
Let's see to it.
powerful.
I'm done with this one.
Like, I keep saying it every time I'm playing this game, but I love the focus on lots and lots of
Naturally.
enemies, and instead making them weak. I love it. I absolutely adore it. I think, in fact, that might be a maxim for whenever the
Let's see
RP
how
will at
they
some point,
respond
I
to
have no
this.
doubt, restart. That might be its maxim again. Lots of enemies, but weak enemies, because it does make you feel very good while playing. I don't really want to give them an
Value
opportunity
has
to
been
blast
lost.
me in the ass.
Already done.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
And I can't compel her to act again. I can compel
Suits my
Pascal to act,
purposes.
however. And that will give me a nice autocannon shot. Or out of gun, correctly.
Successfully
2.
terminated.
Excellent, Pascal. Very well done. Alright,
I
Cassie.
have read tomes of military
I do need to get
tactics.
you moving, and you can't quite reach him with that, right?
Me?
You shall simply just pick off that little bastard then, and
I
make sure
am a
that
navigator,
Adelblard
not
gets
a
a bit
Tried and
of
tested
movement.
tactics are the best ones.
And
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
might as well get a shot off as
Nothing
well.
I can't do.
Miss. Alright, Argentia, it's time for another unloading of bullshit. Make him piss himself
I'll do
in
it.
pain and terror. Not so tough in your power armor now, are you, bitch?
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Now, normally, of course, he would laugh off a auto-gun volley, but...
Venerate you,
And
machines.
indeed, he did pretty much laugh off the autogun volley. Okay, well, an attempt was made. The attempt failed, but an attempt was made. Let's see you laugh this off, you fat fuck.
Victory is imminent.
Well, what do you know,
Indeed.
he did.
It will be done.
Buff, 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 buff. That is an optimistic shot, if that's what you're planning. Oh, unconscious. I'm guessing somebody's about to get fucking Yeeto Cheetoed. Yes, as he
To do everything
just
myself.
pummeled out a lot of attacks and killed Adelblad in like one round of
The
combat.
Emperor is on our side.
Yep. Sounds about right. Alright, but... Yeah, parried, huh? You little bitch-ass bastard.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Well, I should, regardless, be able
Not a
to take him
problem
down
for
this
me.
round, hopefully. Can I? No. He's not even in cover,
Suits
so it
my
doesn't really matter if I
purposes.
buff her, but it certainly
Be
doesn't
careful
matter if
not
I
to cross my
don't
gaze.
either. So she's down, so let's try
If I
and
may?
actually kill him.
Another foe painted black.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Is that everybody dead? No. There's one little heretic left.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Darnation. Fine. Can I maybe get a one more? Arg. Please come closer so we may deal with you rapidly.
From the cold embrace of death, our Emperor, deliver us.
Oh, wow. Okay. Shooter rate is
I need a foothold.
22 piercing damage. Holy shit. That's a little bit ridiculous. 22 piercing damage. I see. Right,
I won't
well,
object to
Heinrichs, continue healing yourself.
Let's see to it.
I am glad he contented himself to just do buffy things rather than keep shooting. God damn it.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
I killed the Space Marine, but this one guy will kill all of my guys.
Lord Captain,
I don't even think I can hit him up there. Apparently the game thinks he's in pretty good cover.
Regret this.
I'm not sure I agree, video game, but if you say so. Still not in charge range. Really don't want to be casting any more spells right now.
The Inquisition sends their regards.
Alright, well I hit him once.
Nothing I can't do.
At long last with 5
Forge
shots.
ahead.
That seems a bit restrictive. So... No, I can hit him. I was about to say, like, can I just not hit him? Or... No, you can't.
Onward.
Your senator
Alright.
is
Well, we're
always
returning
there.
to the ship right now, so I don't see the need to do any healing.
Victory awaits.
The Chaos Space Marine's weaponry will, of course, be looted, because it might be something cute. I'm a bit sad none of the guys got to live, though. Unit name not set. Oh,
None
well.
shall stand in my way.
That's a fascinating marker right there. Unit name not set. What could it mean, chat? What could
Do I
be the
detect
purpose
doubt
of
in your
unit
voice?
name not set? What kinds of secrets could it possibly be holding from us? What manners of quizzical things could it be protecting behind its not particularly suggestive exterior? No one knows
New
for sure.
challenge for me.
Unit name not set could be the greatest item in this video game. It's unlikely, but it could be.
Follow my lead.
They burned my fucking shuttle. Now I'm gonna have to make do with a peasant's shuttle. Ew, disgusting. Well, we're gonna have to repaint that one. If it's going to be worthy of a von Valentius. Would better got taken down by a lady mutant. Good observation, chat. Yes, indeed. Listen, sometimes those muties are damnably dangerous. Have you never seen the X-Men? Or the X-Women, as they're probably going to be from now on. Right, me and Betsy's got a few words to say to yours. Good job of not all getting turned into mush. You know, I was a Chaos Space Marine, pretty well done. Thanks to the Emperor, you are alive, your lordship. We are most gratified by your return, and the crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. What is the current situation? The Navigator Sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the engineers. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. Pascal's voice bushes anxiously from his Vox. It may be angry, or perhaps it is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for a prayer service. If the Omnissiah grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. I do apologize, your lordship, but we were unable to receive your request for evacuation. The Vox link was overrun with vile interference, screams, blasphemous hymns, and other equally sinister noises. Any who listened to the interference for a protracted period lost their sanity. Several dozen operators went mad monitoring the Voxcast in the hope of hearing your voice. Each one of them waited in vain. My Norwegian is slipping through again. I mean, you could just have assumed, frankly. Like, the natural assumption in this case would be, send like every guardsman we have down to the planet in every Aquila we have. Because the Lord might need some help. Just a theory. It might be a situation in which the Lord might naturally need some help. What is happening on the planet now? Nothing good, I imagine. Our auger operators are reporting numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the arch-enemy's power at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communication picked up by our Vox operators, there are practically no resistance being offered by the governor's forces. Millions of people are converting to the blasphemous Final Dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. Yeah, they're probably thinking that is their only escape at this point, so, you know, fair enough, kinda. Lucian donates $5 with no message. Thank you very much, sir. Do you have any hope of retaking the planet? No. I'll answer that one. I fear that Reichard Minoris is lost. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave the system as soon as possible. I concur. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy and who are worthy of rescue. Besides the small number of our own shuttles, we also have shuttles salvaged from the starport. The dark eyes of the Citadel of Battle flashes. We must save as many as we can. This has all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the power of prayer. The God Emperor sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saints and her followers up to the sky. Away from corruption and death, we must do as she did. Direct all our efforts to saving those people who at this moment look to the heavens in hopes of salvation. Pascal interjects, the lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and the electro priests who guard and tend to it. Adelblard furrows his brows. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Reichard Minoris. He is right, though. The von Valentius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so lamentable though it is, we must rule out the idea of any evacuation. The world is doomed and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge towards death, the final of the Cult of Dawn's plans. I once witnessed an event similar to this, a world that has surrendered to the servants of the arch-enemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly giving over their souls to chaos, a sacrifice great enough to bring forth a demon world. That is also true. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct target bombing of the Electro Priest's monastery. If you blow up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a fate far worse than death, and we will see save Reichard Minoris from becoming an outpost of the arch-enemy. So far, he's making the best case. Which of the planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? The nobles you rescued at the starport have given the coordinates of shelters where we can find surviving aristocrats of their families. As for Sergeant Malgarth's troops, they will help to control the crowds of frightened commoners and prevent the shuttles from being overloaded. Thanks to you, we have salvaged many shuttles from the starport that we now use. Alright then. This sounds like a chat decision. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Start a poll. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. 5 in Spanish is not available. Okay, you can only have 4 options? You piece of shit. Okay. See, that's the boring one. That's the, like, do nothing one. So we're gonna just ignore 5. So we're gonna keep 1, 2, 3, and 4. There, we'll put up the poll. Vote! Vote with your little rat brick faces. Push your noses down on the buttons and give feedback. Give instructions. The lives of countless billions are in your hands. Choose wisely. Or not. Yeah, frankly, it's your option at this point. Choose wisely, or simply just be a bit of an asshole about it. Either way works. Alright. Well, let's see. Has anything interesting happened? Not really. No, for a moment there, I saw an email from Relic in my commercials folder, and I'm like, hold on. Could it be something cool? Nah, of course not. Yep. The tweets from the Trumpaluffagus. Yeah, no, I'm sure most of you have already seen it at this point, but apparently the Trumpaluffagus could face 400 years in prison. Like, that's the maximum sentence. I just... it's like... It's like when they convicted Alex Jones to pay, like, what was it, $1 billion or something like that? It's like, come on. Come on. Like, actually, come on. Like, engage brain for 1 second and think about this realistically here. Like, come down to earth for but a moment, perhaps. Yeah. Oh, yes. It is. I do need to get up my my multi-stream stupid nonsense thing at some point in the not-too-distant future, because apparently Kick, the streaming platform, is not only doing very well, but they have come out in a very pro-us stance. They made the public announcement that if Hassan Piker or any of the current establishment leftists were to try and get on Kick, if Twitch were to ban them or any other nonsense reason like that, they would not be allowed on the Kick platform, which, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty fucking based response right there. It's like, no, we'd rather not have your political garbage over here. Like, consider me convinced, sir. Unironically, it's like, you would ban Hassan Piker if you would? Very, very endearing entreaty there. Master of the Obvious says, hey Arch, been watching since before your first Sigmarines rant. Been a wild ride. Thank you for your continued support, sir, and your, hopefully, continued viewership. And celebrating the first Super Chat. Oh, your first Super Chat as well. Thank you doubly much, sir. Alright, let's see how the poll is doing. 44% for option 4. Yeah, I suspected you might be favoring that one. See, the miraculous fusion reactor must be saved. I sympathize with this position. One, because it's probably technology that the Imperium has literally forgotten, meaning that it is in all due likelihood, an actually honest-to-God, irreplaceable, like, artifact of near limitless value, which is pretty cute. Pilot out all of the commoners, I would favor that slightly more than the noble one, because the nobles did nothing, and the nobles have proven themselves to be utterly incompetent, and they would attribute, well, nothing whatsoever to my ship, at all. They would do nothing. Actually, genuinely, honest to God, nothing. They would eat my food, use my electricity, cut deeply into my alcohol supply, and mostly whinge, whine, complain, bitch at every moment of the day. It's not necessarily the most appealing house guests. No, not really at all. Whereas the commoners, at least, they're used to hard labor. I could always just put them down in the pits and make sure that they paid for their ride. And we did recently exterminate a rather large portion of our servant population after they got a little bit too uppity, after all. So I wouldn't hate that one anywhere near as much. But I, too, am honestly leaning towards just bomb the goddamn place. Because, well, the Inquisitor is right. Right now, they are flocking to the Cult of the Final Dawn. They are literally selling their souls for salvation because they're desperate. They're seeing the Final Dawn happening. The Final Dawn like, oh, join us. We will tell you the truth. We will show you the light, porters. And they will, because this is 40k, actually, genuinely become the fuck toy of some demonic entity for eternity. Like, 4 is probably genuinely the morally good option. The Jose says, Arch, the commoners will corrupt your crew, I bet. That is a danger as well. They could absolutely be infected. Like, how the pilots fact all the commoners will not yet convert to the Cult of the Final Dawn. How the fuck do you know? Like, obviously, the outright obvious cultists with their eyes burned out need to be kept out, but not all of them have gone through that either, so you wouldn't even know. Alright, we've been going for 6 minutes on the poll, 140 hiccups, 2 votes, and it's a 45% lead, so it's almost a 20% lead for option 4, so I do believe that is going to be a wrap. We are going to go with the Imperial solution. Set an optimal course and carry out an orbital strike on the Electropiece Monastery. Ricard Minoris must burn. Yes, Lord Captain. I will immediately inform the navigation and artillery decks of the impending maneuvers. The right choice, Lord Captain. May the sacred exterminators cleanse the veil of corruption. McWild 11 says, the light is the descending kinetic strike. Yes, indeed. Alright. Dozens of inscriptions and hundreds of lumens. Blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits in the green background make your eyes water, and a vague sense of alarm simmers in the depths of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the ominous sire's creation. Among the numerous consoles, you see the mouth of a cyber gargoyle, the same as the gate of the warden chamber. My ass is about to get bit again, isn't it? Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instructions for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation. Senior technomats, recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the campanological protocol Omnis Sire Rejoice. I must inform you that for the purpose of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sextant and updating of its datasmith blessing are required. If this is not done, then at launch, the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in the destruction of the data crypt. But as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure. A minor deviation from the operation ritual for the sake of appeasing the spirit. Yeah, can't you just do it for me? No. We can't show weakness. My role here is largely ceremonial. Place your hand inside the throat of the cogitator. Well, I didn't know this was going to happen. The cyber gargoyle, which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts, the dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as a key to the data core where the machine spirit dwells. To it we will offer our prayers so that we may bypass the protective protocols for defective connections and launch the warp sextant. The laws of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this ritual I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit in whose abode you will be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and may we receive his blessing. I reach out and touch the keys on the instrument panel. I don't think so. By my authority seems the most likely. Servants of the Omnissiah may now make the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with the true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine one after another. Repeating prayers of exhilaration after anointing the contact with sacred unguent, Pascal inserts them in the cogitator slots. The head begins to spin from the holy censer foul smoke clouds, and from the loss of the blood that the cyber continues to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. Let this mechanism awaken in renewed purity. I feel as maybe we could, install a chair here, maybe? Something I could sit on whilst bleeding to death, maybe? Yeah. After a few seconds, one of the data crypts mounted on the cogitator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flame and gives up foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah servants break up from the prayers and emit bursts of frantic pleading. The mass of errors in the warp sextant is calculations to destroying the data repository. The offering did not appease the ship spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol on emergency launch of the auxiliary codes? Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information. Unpack, comp, Ostab, true, Ostab, false, stat check, perturb, reg, deter, reg, nomos, query. Query? Os ping, rec ping, injury, rescue, query. Rescue. Rescue. Rescue? Rescue. Emotion in your command will render it unintelligible to... I know more about machines than you, dumbass. Pascal's next vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the vid screens begin to stabilize one after another. The strings frantically gallop across the green background are replaced with stable images or regularly updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. Registered warp section activated. Registering data stream stabilizing. Registering 0 data errors found. Reporting the warp engine is ready for translation. I was reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion. Thou shalt witness the mechanisms that toils in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. So, as a bit of a side note here, the machine spirit in 40k is unironically real. Like, it does exist. There is such a thing as the machine spirit. It isn't just that the computers are weird and dumb and shit. They do actually have a degree of sentience. Now, as to how much, that is a topic of constant debate. Like, is rubbing the sockets of the machine with oils a good idea? Probably not. But it could be. Master Helmsman Raver, Lord Captain Raver here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and I've just received confirmation from the engineering hall. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and raring to go. We're ready to go translating to warp, your lordship. Waiting for you to ascend the captain's throne, Lord Captain. May the Emperor protect us. But what about the gun deck? Ah, there we go. There's the gun deck. Ah, salvation. Think of all of the people we just saved, chat. billions of people have been spared becoming the eternal cock toys of vicious demonic entities because of our magnanimity. Magnanimity. Forget that previous one, Ratbricks. We have done good today, Ratbricks. Cleansing fire will save this system. And hopefully spare us the wrath of the 24 Eldar warships outside of our shutters. The Ratbricks have saved many lives today. Or souls, you know. Souls, technically, but one is much the same as the other.
The House von Valancius flagship left the doomed star system. As the void ship made its way deeper into the Coronis expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius. Having paid their last respects and mourned the past, the people mustered their strength and turned their eyes toward the future.
And yes, chat, that was very silent. It was very, very quiet. I also like how Idra looked way more attractive in the cutscene, as if that artist is like, yes, I shall make her look feminine, and the other artist just scoffs like, feminine? What is this? The early 2000s? Nay! ArchCast says, we did it! We saved the system, Arch. We did! Unironically. Again, we saved their immortal souls, which is far more important than their pathetic corporeal bodies. Vox Master Vigdis Suri Otter, Lord Captain, allow me to report our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Orselio informs me that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space in the Furibundus system. Then Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Furibundus system is home to Footfall, the only Imperial outpost with a functioning wharf in the Coronis expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp, and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to heal the void ship's wounds in the docks. The prayers and rituals will take some time, with our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Dargonus, Janus, and Kiava Gamma. Master Zachary Weiss has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Materium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zakar, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible. Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Dolorus will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well, Arch. I will be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall, Arch. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's tasks complete. But before I leave, Arch, I was supposed to deliver this to Lady Theodora. Considering the circumstances, I am giving it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine that can translate the language of distant and lost worlds to Imperial Gothic. It is even capable of handling Xenos language up to a point. There may be flaws in translation, but the overall meaning should be clear. I hereby inform the rogue trader that over the course of a comprehensive rite of system inscription, this unit discovered data within the captain's cogitator that is concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher, and the sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit Arch von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned the designator Keep It 2. The data can be accessed from the captain's cogitator under the condition that the unit possesses the decryption key. The arrangement between the Lord Inquisitor and our predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no farther. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have, Arch. I like him. I like him for to stay, honestly. Thank you for the offer, but I must decline. I'm afraid my duty before the Golden Thrones comes before anything else. Oh, wow. Tragedy. Head of the Drusian mission on Footfall and one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Emperor to do. I assisted his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader of the Von Valensis dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your void ship, I request that we meet with Reverend Hieronymus. Alright then. Vladam Tokara is a very peculiar young man. Consider your upcoming conservation a baptism of fire in Footfall's political arena. Such things are not spoken out loud, but Liege Tokara is the appointee of the Crime Syndicate. The largest robber baron crime syndicate in the Galaxy sector. They specialize in the coal trade, the buying and selling of all kinds of Xenos rubbish. Consider me intrigued. Footfall was previously run by a liege who did business with several criminal factions at once, but he suffered an accident. The reins of power were picked up by Vladium Tokara, who was appointed to benefit not only the Kazbalika, but also the most powerful ally in the Coronis Expanse, rogue trader Kaligos Winterscale. Vladim is a slippery yet very cautious fellow. He doesn't usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. Perhaps more importantly, he is no fool. Fools do not rise too high in the Kazbalikan hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You are a rogue trader and you stand above him in status and wield considerable power. Having said that, history has seen cases where the Kazbalinka barons crossed swords with rogue traders and emerged victorious. Do not forget that and remain vigilant. Vile tech thieves. Alright. Ahoy we go. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows Lady Theodora's demise and you inherited the title. Lady Tokara will be informed. It is required so we can use the docks. And besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit it incognito. We will arrive as a rogue trader, obviously. Oh, that's not even a question. That is simply just an answer. I should frankly beat him a little bit for even daring to ask the question. Like, would you like to skulk in like a filthy, dirty rogue in the middle of the night? Backhanded blow. Right, so the Rebel sniper rifle is way better than my long lance, which is a bit annoying, frankly, but multi-melter, Jesus, that's a pretty big old gun I got there. Nothing particularly intriguing. Recoil of all my weapons. Photo visor. Visible light along the road to see enemies more clearly grants center ballistic skill test. That's not bad. But using fellowship instead of intelligence is also not bad. Nothing new for myself. You, however, I can give you the long last for a bit of increase in damage. Let's see, you've got armored body glove. I think that's fine. A flak chest plate, maybe? God, that is hideous, though. That is absolutely hideous, though. Absolutely disgusting. Do you? Yes, you get a photo visor, and you get the recoil gloves as well. That doesn't look very good either, frankly. Let's see. Range attacks, 40 wounds. So he's going to leave, so I don't really want to equip him with anything. You've got the tech text ones, yes? Logic checks, yes. Alright, and you've got heavy leather armor, armor 30. Yeah, nothing really better. How about... I mean, I kind of want to use the heavy melter, don't I? Weighty axe is not as good as the Omnisize axe, so never mind that. His second weapon is the M40 auto gun, which has worked out fairly well so far, but, I mean, a heavy melter. That's pretty tasty, isn't it? It's pretty tasty indeed. It's pretty tasty indeed. Okay. Let's do the doctrine things then, since we've got lots of doctrines. In fact, we are close to getting our second doctrine, which might be Nito Cheeto. I still haven't found myself a cool hat. No, yes, Chad, you are correct, and I hate it, because my portrait looks so good, and then my model looks so awful. Like, this looks great, and my model looks like shit. And of authority, resolve by leaders resolve until the end of combat. To me... I mean, that's not bad, is it? It's pretty good, actually. I've already got 110 persuasion, so I don't think I need any more persuasion, honestly. If anything, we can get a bit more commerce. Resolve increased by 3. I'm still not entirely sure what the fuck resolve is. How often a whole character can act in the battle? Intimidate of momentum gaining at the beginning of the turn after killing an enemy. Okay, so that's momentum. Right, that's nice. I wouldn't mind some willpower, though. Because my willpower is really low. I feel like... But it's a minus 20 dodge penalty. It's not that big of a deal, is it? It's really not. Prep for assault. Does this grant temporary wounds? Can I prefer leech fill bonus? No, sadly. Half of occurrence until the combat. Next action will cost 0 points. That's not bad. None of these really speak to me. So I just got a solid projectile sniper weapon, didn't I? Where the hell do I see that? Yes, that's solid. Okay. Right, so break their ranks, commerce. What does the solid proficiency do? Carrots bastard use to celebrate on mineral damage. 2. Yeah. None of those were particularly sexy. Fellowship plus 5 or weapon skill or willpower. So my current fellowship would then be 60, which is a nice and round number, and that would give me a bonus of 6 to fellowship score. We'll round that out. High of World 5, total value 55. We'll round that out, and then we'll go for willpower after that. Apply selection. Alright, core group. So he's going to be leaving us. We don't really need to level him up necessarily. What about you then? Break their ranks. Glimpse of a better future. Target gains 5 now gets willpower bonus next attack. That's not bad. Warp Curse Unleashed. The curse increases the received warp damage by 20x3, you never get a willpower bonus. By 15, never get a... That's a very good... Can it be resisted? So it becomes cursed now. The enemy closest them. At the beginning of the target enemy's turn, the enemy closest them also becomes cursed at the end of combat. I'm presuming by enemy it means my enemy. That's pretty good. A Vision of Hell. You'll suffer navigator penalty willpower and toughness until the end of combat. That's not bad. Pass willpower, remove 3 phones. Spot apathy. Everything they do is in vain. The power creates a circle with a radius of 3 and it creates a circle to pierce and circle and a turn. Pass willpower and check it to it's turn that now. Okay, so fear. Pass willpower resistant check. I think so that must pass a willpower resistance check. I think we're with a 12-cell radius within the area of effect. It looks a fairly short range. Yeah, we'll go with immolate. So I like the idea of that one because it reduces willpower, which is neato cheato when you then hit them with something that requires a willpower check. So she's got my commerce skills. That's already 69. We'll upgrade that there. A Guide of Souls. Undeemed Sea of Souls. Veil of Protection. 10% armor. That's pretty good. 5% fellowship is not bad. Checking the warp effects. Unblinking stare. Perilous ways. Veil of degradation is reduced by 1. That's pretty good too, isn't it? Mind over matter. Fire bonus. I'll miss with range with fire. Blah blah blah. This is a lot of abilities. God damn it. Can I just boost her psi power per chance? New. Equal to the leader's fellowship bonus. That's pretty good. In fact, that's very good. Yep, let's get focused and then we can get that other one. The bonus to fellowship. Yep, that'll give us like 70 willpower, which is pretty goddamn neato cheeto. And the bolter bitch. Just continue to boost ballistic skill up to high heavens. Awareness. Yep. Rapid reload. Let's finally get rapid reload, unless... No, rapid reload then, because being able to reload is pretty important right now. Agility, perception, strength, willpower. Perception. That'll give me perception of 5, which is a round number, which gives me a bonus, so I'll take that. And Medica, I guess. Right, so I got selection. Addle blurred, 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 addle blurred, blurred, blurred. Let's get his weapon skill to 50 at least. That seems like a pretty good idea. Carouse, I suppose. Enraged, thick skin, untidied. Anything cute down here? I'm tempted for, like, power weapon expert. 10 armor penetration, but I don't have a power weapon yet. At least I don't think so. Maximal damage of all chain of nuclear before. That's not bad. That's in fact pretty good. Chain weapon expert. Weapon skill up to 50. Nice. And athletics, I suppose. Right. And Pascal. Let's see if he can't get melter weapon. So. Weapon skill? 40, 45. Oh, that's not Pascal. That's you. Well, in your case, weapon skill. Might as well do you too, I suppose. Low warp. Any cool abilities? Weapon skill to 50. Nice. Athletics, I guess. Pascal. Right. Tactical knowledge. Myself, this one, nope. Not about that. Sniping spot. 50 ballistic skill. That's pretty good. In fact, that's really good. Suppose weakness. No, that one's great. I mean, that one's amazing. We'll definitely get that one. Law Xenos. Yes. And now, Melter weapon expert, Melter weapon expert, just intelligence, why not? And a little bit of ballistic skill. Nice. And Idra, which might actually rejoin my team now that the Inquisitor is getting Cheetoed. Cover rushing, precise attack. Did you get any cool abilities yet, maybe? Invigoration! Yes, that one. So she's going to be the low warp chick when the Inquisitor's gone. Phantasm of use subject effect. Psi rating 2, definitely. And willpower. No, you already have really high willpower, so I don't need willpower on her too. That would just be a waste, so perception. And the final one, intelligence? That doesn't feel like a primary skill for her, does it? If anything, I would think ballistic skill more useful. Alright, leveling up's out of the way. Let's find our tech priest here. So... Oh. Now I believe...
Cogitation failed.
Really? Heavy weapon proficiency. Okay, so he needs a heavy weapon proficiency as well.
My competencies
Whoa.
universal.
Because I think he can carry it. Yes, I'm pretty sure he can carry it and his axe at the same time. I'm fairly certain. So I'm pretty sure he did so in the demo, in fact. Alright, speaking of, let's equip our frontline dudes with a little bit more of a variety of projectiles. The crack grenade might have come in useful against the Space Marines, so we'll put that one there. One frag grenade. It'll be rare for Bolter Bitch to want to throw a grenade instead of just blasting the enemy, so I don't think she needs one. Who's my Medica now, incidentally? Is it you? Yes, it is you. Okay. Here, have a Medica bag. Interface lags every single time. Right, so we need to try and remember to get heavy weapon skill on Tech Priest then. Akset says, can Dark Eldar resurrect other species? So not even keeping last bullet for myself wouldn't be an option. I don't know. I would honestly imagine they probably could, but I would also imagine that they probably would see absolutely no value in doing so. Unless maybe like for a favored pet or a favored torture victim, more correctly. Potentially. Right, so you said something about something or other. Something or other clickable, maybe? Gosh darn it, the Requisition Master hasn't filled my bathtub with nubile young girls yet. Fucking lazy bastard. I'll have to fire him. From one of the ship's cannons, of course. You know, just to make a bit of a point to the others that you don't do shit like that. You just don't. And if you do, well, you get doo-dooed. Nice and simple. Oh, hey. Maybe I could have taken some of these weapons. Ah, maybe these would be useful in warfare. Nah, we'll let them we'll keep them up there. It's fine. I didn't want to use a heavy bolter anyways. Right, let's see if there's anything interesting to chat with crew about, shall we? Maybe we can inquire as to whether a navigator wants, PP, yes? Hello, would you like to initiate a romantic relationship with me? Like, I'm sorry, I was raised in a cloister for all of my time. I don't even know what the word means. Arch, Cassia offers you a reserved smile and waves at you in greeting. Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations. The only voice of our family in this vessel is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I'll answer every one of them. There's a rich history. Alright, so I'll just click through these because none of them appear to be... maybe this one. Because the rest of our house is frankly uninteresting. I am part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Stayaway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus, and I reach all the way, and reach all of the Corona's expanse to Holy Terror. When a woman is speaking, chat, just listen, and occasionally nod your head. And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds, House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to House Galatius, Hortina Drutus, and there is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire exactly? Tell me about yourself, not your family. Personally, no, that one, that's the nice one. You used to know about me? Huh. That's weird. Yes, you are the only attractive female on my crew. I know, shocking, but look around. I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know? Your third eye, do you always conceal it? Yes, because it would blast my soul out of my butthole if she didn't. Ugh. Okay, a lot of these questions are very dumb. Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born in one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain, my childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colourful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. Everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures. My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the history of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my duty, and once a year, Great Regent Aranto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command so that I could master the practical aspect of our art as well. Righty. None of this appears overly erotic, so I suppose we shall have to wait and see. What about you, then? About me, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me? I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet, but I imagine what interested you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happens that I made a mistake, a moment of laxity. I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the arch-enemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, where her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I had barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There's no place where we can be safe from their machinations. You mentioned a mistake. Mind if I pry? It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear, and I'll find a way to atone for them. No. I'll continue digging. I know the recently discovered planets and the expanses. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard. TC Rock says, keep in mind the stupid questions are for normies. They need 40k spelled out. True. People have wounded you. Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to her ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. Oh, how I prayed to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday. Go to that planet and deal with the Chaos Worshippers, but only if I get to touch you. The path to the planet was lost. All the knowledge has gone along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resource to rediscover the route. The heir to Von Valence's Patricius must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared. Ugh. Refused yet again. Right, and let her gush a little bit about random bullshit. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. I know all of these things. This is not news or particularly interesting to anyone who isn't a goddamn weirdo. Targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and assistance I provide you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, we'll likely have to return to Footfall to protect his reliquary, but for now, I wish to remain part of the rogue trader's crew. I enjoy your company. Yes. Those are very courteous words, rogue trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality. Alright. I do hope you get to romance her somehow by, I don't know, turning her evil or something. I'm willing to turn her evil. Well, in this playthrough, I'm probably not going to be able to, considering we are going rather pro-imperial here, but maybe in a private playthrough, there might be an opportunity to bend her to the proper path. Idleblard continues to wave his dual chainsaws around the bridge, completely and utterly unaware of all of the people he is massively inconveniencing by doing so. Good on you, Idleblard. You be the biggest asshole you can be. And continue to be a douche. I think all of these things are just generally more arse than the things I already have. By and large. Well, that was a lengthy-ass tutorial section. I am here. There is Footfall. There is Drusu's Blessing. Question mark. Artificial facility. Scan is required. Let's have a quick little peeky. Lord Captain, directly it is the flagship Drusu's Blessing with a small escort that requests a direct Vox channel with hololithic projection. I'll give you access. Commander Captain Servus Thorfast. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with you, rogue trader von Valencia's dynasty. May your name be known through the ages. Commander Captain Servus Thorfast, Squadron Leader of the Imperial Navy. How can I be of assistance? We are on a roadstead, awaiting the arrival of surprise from the Caristis. You see, this here void ship is the official treasury vessel of the Imperial Navy in this part of the Imperial territory. You didn't need to tell me that. See, if I was anyone else with the rogue trader, I'd probably be looking at my gunnery deck, Sergeant, right about now, going, load the cannons, carefully, mind you. There's a bounty to be had here. It is our duty to establish trade connections with those who provide collateral supplies to the Navy and also with those interested in very specific commodities. I believe the rogue trader may be interested in such lots. Would you like to know the details? I'm ready to com a catalogue of the components in stock. Ah, you are a shop. Thank you very much. I enjoy you being a shop. Now, I would also like to sell you random garbage that I've got sitting in my inventory, if you don't mind. How did you do this again? I don't even know. Miscellaneous. I genuinely don't remember. The shop system really could use okay. Help? Oh god. Jesus, buttons. 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 Help me. Buttons. 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 Alright. I've figured something out. I can drag and drop onto that thing. This has alleviated my confusion, at least to a certain degree. Okay. All right. Oh, but you only take certain things. Void pirate. Void. So you'll only take void things. Okay, well I don't have any void things, so right, well I can't do diddly dick shit with that, so I guess we'll move on. And we'll give that a quick scan before we head off to Footfall. Gain 50 experience. Alter Templum's Calyx added to the worlds of the Expanse. Rocky worlds. It's rocky. Thanks. Like, literally. Please scan that planet for me, sir. It's a rock. Well... Thanks for trying, anyways, you know? Thank you. It's a rock, sir. It's hard. Much appreciated. Alright. We'll have a short one today, as I am mildly exhausted after running around like a tard all day, worrying about wildfires, and then... Let me tell you this. Like, my new table is built from the same exact material that they built Hitler's bunker out of. It must be designed to survive a nuclear holocaust, I'm pretty sure, because not a single part of it isn't made out of solid ass-heavy metal. That was fun assembling. And then assembling the derpy-ass little arms for my monitors, one of which was malfunctioning as well, so I'm going to need to take that down to the workshop and try and drill new, what do you English people call it? The little, like, thingity-bobs on the screw, the little round things, you know, that you actually take into the socket thingy to get thingies? That thingy? Do you know that thingy? You know that thingy. I'm sure you know that thingy. Anywho. Until next time, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for your super generous donations. And I'm going to be planning to do these Tuesdays and Thursdays. Probably relatively consistently from now on to try and get some progress in this video game, as it is a rather lengthy video game, of course. And I feel that getting a move on will be advantageous. If it elects to yeet all of my progress for the full release, well, I'll just have to play back up again on my own. But at least we're gonna get some move on here. Yep, we shall save. And the whole set asks threads? I don't know. You tell me. Alright. Have a good night, chat.